What tarnation?
They're bringing down our property value.
See, they're already filming. Don't look down. Look, they're already filming. Oh.
Look, guys, black
They're like, there's that speck.
Still buffering.
We on?
It should be good.
There we go. We're on.
All right, we the Hebrew Israelites. We coming to you week in and week out to prophesy the death, downfall, and destruction of America, aka Babylon the Great, Egypt, Martezayim. First off, we want to give all praises and honor and glory unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakah, Quadash.
We want to give double honors to our elders that are out of Great Millstone, who are the elders of Israel, rule well. We want to give honors and a sincere shalom to you brothers out there, presenting your bodies as a living sacrifice and doing this work, man. We're going to jump right into it. So we in Castle Rock, we always open up with the name of the Most High. And, you know, the name of the Most High is dreadful among the heathen, man. And it's a very integral and important part of being an Israelite and part of this truth, man. You know? You don't like when people call you out of your name, so you know the Most High has the name and he's the creator of all things, man. So I'm going to jump right into it. We're going to edify the name of the Most High. Let me get Proverbs 18 and 10. Let me get Malachi 1 and 14.
It's Proverbs.
And then can you give me Exodus 3 and 13? And you're going to read through 15.
This is Proverbs 18 and 10. The name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and are safe.
So right there it says that the name of the Most High is a strong tower, and the main takeaway is that the righteous running through it, man. You know what I'm saying? So there is a remnant that care and uplift the name of the Most High, man. And you got a lot of camps out here teaching that the name isn't important, or you can call them whatever you want, man. But just think, as Jakes, we all have bywords like nigga, spick, and coon, man. You know what I'm saying? We don't like being called that, so the Most High has a name that he wants exhorted through his people, man. You know?
You think because you got IUIC, the dude from IUIC say what, man? You can call the Most High whatever you want to call him. Well, now the Psalm 91 tell you the Most High is going to deliver them that's calling upon his name, man.
That's right.
So you just can't call the Most High whatever you want to call him, man.
That's right.
See, you don't like when somebody fuck your name up, how much more the Most High?
Exactly, man.
Or if your woman fucked your name up, you wouldn't be happy.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's how you're supposed to be about this truth. He's like a beautiful woman.
Were you holding, was somebody holding Malachi?
14.
Yeah, and then I need somebody to grab Exodus. Oh yeah, you got the Exodus? You know, Exodus 3 and 13 through 15? Yeah.
It's Malachi 1:14. But cursed be the deceiver, which hath in his flock a male.
And who is that deceiver that the scripture is talking about? It is first and foremost, it's talking about these Edomites, man. They're the deceivers. They have covered the faces of the true judges of the earth, man. They have hidden the true histories of all the nations, man. They are the ones that have changed the names of all these nations, man. So that's what we're talking about right there. Go ahead.
And voweth, and sacrificeth unto Yahweh a corrupt thing. For I am a great king, saith the Lord of hosts, and my name is dreadful among the heathen.
So right there, the Most High's name is a strong tower for who? The righteous that runneth unto it, and it's also dreadful amongst who? The heathen, which is first and foremost you other nations, and also the 2/3 of our people that are carried away with your doctrine, man. So right there in these first two steps, we already have proven that the name of the Most High carries weight, man. You can't just call him whatever you want, man. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna grab Exodus for me, and then you want to grab Joel 2 and 2.
This is Exodus 3 and 13. And Moses said unto God, behold.
Salaki, 1 second. This is where you get the Most High revealing his name unto the nation of Israel right here. Salaki, go ahead,
And Moses said unto God, behold, when I come unto the children of Israel and say unto them, the power of your fathers has sent me unto you, and they shall say to me, what is his name? What shall I say unto them? And power said unto Moses, I am that I am. And he said, thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel, I am, has sent me unto you. And power said, moreover, unto Moses, thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel, Yahweh power of your fathers, and the power of Abraham, the power of Isaac, and the power of Jacob has sent me unto you. That is my name forever, and this is my memorial unto all generations.
And right there at the end, you heard the brother say that this is his memorial to all generations. So not only is the Most High's name important, but it's never going to change. His people are always going to have that as a strong tower to look to and to call on, man. So you teachers teaching that the name isn't important, you're contrary to the doctrine. And in the passage where it says, I am that I am, Moses couldn't say I am that I am, because that'd be like, it's grammatically incorrect. It'd be like him saying he was the Most High. So what did he tell the nation of Israel? His name is He Is, which translates to the Paleo Hebrew Yahweh, man. There isn't a specific name, man. You know what I'm saying? Did you have that Joel 2?
This is Joel 2. Joel 2 and 32. And it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call upon the name of Yahweh shall be delivered. For in Mount Zion and in Jerusalem shall be deliverance. And as Yahweh have said, and in the remnant whom Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh shall call.
And that's cut and dry, man. Not only does it tell you that you have to call upon his name, but it tells you who is allowed to call upon the name and who's going to receive that safety in that hedge, man. The remnant and of his people, man. Israel, man. Right there in Joel, man. You know? You want to bring out that Romans 10? Romans 10 and 13.
I had a precept for you real quick.
Oh no, yeah. You want to grab the set?
I'm grabbing Romans right now.
10, 13?
Yeah, I was going to read one and read down 8 through 13.
Go ahead.
This is Romans chapter 10, verse 1. That's the spirit. Romans 10 and 1. Brethren, my heart's desire and prayer to the Most High for Israel is that they might be saved. Letting you know who this is talking about, man. It's talking about the Israelites. Because the Israelites are the only one who have salvation, man. Verse 8. But what saith it? The word is nigh thee, even in thy mouth and in thy heart. That is the word of faith which we preach. That if thou shalt confess with thy mouth the Lord Yahweh Shai, and shalt believe in thine heart that the Most High have raised him from the dead, thou shalt be saved. For with the heart man believeth unto righteousness, and with the mouth confession is made unto salvation. For the scripture saith, whosoever believeth on him shall not be ashamed. For there is no difference between Jew and Greek, because they're Israelites. For the same Lord over all is rich unto all that call upon him. For whosoever shall call upon the name of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, shall be saved.
There it is, man. You know, because, hey, these churches and these grape juicers will try to tell you that, oh, his name is God. But breaking down these words and getting into the etymology of these words is important, man. Because God simply means power, man. When you hear Ishmael say Allahu Akbar, it's power, man. You know? So right there, you have to understand that the Most High's name carries weight. God just simply means power, man. Go ahead, Doc.
This is Acts 4 and verse 12. Neither is there salvation in any other, for there is none other name under heaven given among men whereby we must be saved.
There we go, man. And like we read in Exodus, like it was a present to all generations, man. Hey, his name is not going to change. It's for Israel to call upon him, man. You know what I'm saying? Like we already brought out, nobody likes being called a different name. You ever try to call your dad his first name, if you ever met your dad, you know what I'm saying? Or call your mom a different name, they'll cuss you the fuck out, man. So how much more the Lord, man?
That's just like you walking down the street, some dude named Rick, but you calling him Bobby. He's not gonna respond to that, man.
Yeah.
His name ain't fucking Bobby, man. His name is Rick. That's what he gonna respond to, just like the Most High, man.
That's why, you know, the scripture says that many will say, Lord, Lord, saying that they preached and prophesied, but they didn't know him, man. He's gonna say, you didn't know me, you didn't know the name. You Israelites in these other camps didn't carry any weight with the name, man. You were easily bought off with that 501c3, man. You know?
Got you right here. This is Acts chapter 2, verse 19. And I will show wonders in heaven above, and signs in the earth beneath, blood and fire and vapor of smoke. The sun shall be turned into darkness, and the moon into blood before the great and notable day of Yahweh come. And it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call on the name of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua shall be saved.
There you go. Again, we have 3 consecutive steps saying that the name is key to being saved, man. But yet you camps continually, or you other groups, excuse me, not other camps, because we have many in Great Millstone. But you other groups say that the name isn't important, man.
I got it.
You know, and Nate was at One West, man. He knows the importance of the name, man. He knows that that's how you sup with Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, and he opens you up and lifts you up if you're meant to be, man.
And I was trying to do some research on Alba Bivens this week,
Con.
and the internet led me to IUIC's website. And if you click on their website, they actually have the name. You have to click through it. You know, it's Israel United in Christ, but they admit, hey, they know his name's Yahweh Shai.
Yep, I got you right here. This is
Even
Psalms
on IUIC's page, man.
Psalms,
Check it out.
and the thing is, you can go back and find an old video of so-called Bishop Nate breaking down the name of the Most High, man. You see? So Psalms 91 and 14. Because he has set his love upon me, therefore will I deliver him. I will set him on high, because he have known my name. You see?
There we go. The name is important, man. If you created the whole universe, wouldn't you want people to know your name, man?
That's the whole purpose of the Most High
And
doing
reverence
what
it,
he
man,
doing,
and worship it,
So his
man.
name can be known.
So his name could be
That
known,
was the
man.
first thing that Moses asked him.
Yep.
You know?
Verse,
Who shall I tell them sent me?
I got 2 more real quick. Verse 15, he shall call upon me. You can't call upon him unless you know his name. You see, I will answer him. Why? Because you calling on the right name, man. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. With long life will I satisfy him and show him my salvation. Why? Because you're calling upon the name, man. It ain't just about calling on the name. You have to be doing what the Most High commanded you to do as well, man. Because you can call on the name all day, but if you're not doing the right thing, it don't matter.
Some just jump on me. Hey, everybody has a cell phone in 2020, man. And you guys have something called contacts, right? And if you don't care about somebody in particular, or they're not that important in your life, you don't do what? Save their name with their number, correct? So you automatically showing that if you preaching that the Most High's name ain't important, that he doesn't mean anything, man. Because you save Joe Blow's name in your cell phone, you know what I'm saying? But the Most High's name don't mean anything, man. Don't make sense, man. Did you get Proverbs 18 and 10 for me? Oh yeah, my bad.
I got a couple
Can somebody give me Psalms 25 and 14?
I got you.
And then can somebody give me Malachi 3 and 16?
Can you catch these real quick, John?
Yeah, go ahead.
This is Deuteronomy 5 and 11. Thou shalt not take the name of Yahweh thy power in vain, for Yahweh will not hold him guiltless that taketh his name in vain. And the word vain means pointless.
Pointless, like I just said. When you don't save somebody's name in your phone, you took their name in vain, man. So how much more Yahweh, man? That's right there in the books of Moses, man. It's the law forever, man.
I got one more. This is Joel 2 and 32. And it shall come to pass
Okay. You got it.
that whosoever shall call upon the name of Yahweh shall be delivered, for in Mount Zion and in Jerusalem shall be deliverance, as the Lord has said, and in the remnant whom the Lord shall call.
And right there he specified, because it says whosoever shall call, but he right there in the very next sentence in the same verse said of Israel, man. So you know it's not meaning anybody, man. You know what I'm saying? It's not for you heathen nation.
That's why this heathen don't have his name.
Somebody got that Malachi for me?
I got
And then, or the other,
I got
or the, I need the Psalms first.
I got Psalms.
Yeah, Psalms. I need that Malachi.
14, right?
Yeah.
This Psalms 25 and 14. The secret of the Lord is with them that fear him, and he will show them his covenant.
And what's part of that covenant, man? The name of the Most High being exhorted, man. And what's that secret? Along with the knowledge of his truth, first and foremost, the secret is his name, man. And it's with those that fear him, man. Because what is the beginning of wisdom? Fear of the Lord, man. Everything in this book tied together, man. Pursuing to Isaiah 28 and 10, man. You gotta, here a little, there a little, precept upon precept, line upon line, man. You know, that's how we edify, man. Somebody got that Malachi for me?
I got you. Malachi 3 and 16. Then they that feared Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua spake often one to another. And Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai hearkened and heard it, and a book of remembrance was written before him for them that feared Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai and thought upon his name.
Right there again, man. Every time it talk about deliverance in the scripture, it talk about fearing the name of the Most High or praising it or giving it reverence, man. So you tell me again how the fuck his name is not important, man. All you Israelite camps, man. If you're going to endeavor in this truth, man, hey, study to show thyself approved, man. Because we just brought out 8 scriptures already about the importance of the name, but yet you teach Israel to go off, man.
This is Isaiah 52:6. Therefore my people shall know my name.
Woo! Right there, man.
Therefore,
so he has a specific name. Salaki, go ahead, Doc.
Therefore they shall know in that day that I am he that doeth speak. Behold, it is I.
Whew.
That's a cold cut.
And that's cut and dry, man, because pursuing back to Exodus, man, he is I am that I am, man. And we can only reference him as he is, man.
And when you
Come on, man.
When you go tell what that brother just read, man, it tells you that only the remnant is going to return. They're going to return to what? The wisdom, knowledge, understanding of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and that includes the name, man. So he said the people that his people shall know, my people shall know my name. That's only beginning with the remnant on the side, man. So the remnant has the name, man. The ones who are prophesied to return unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai to repent and come back, they're gonna have the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, because that's the only way we can be saved, man.
Time. I got it set. This is Amos 3:7. Surely Yahweh thy power will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets.
Look at that.
You know, hey, the Most High is not going to do anything without revealing his secrets to the prophets, man. So he's obviously going to reveal the name, man.
I got one for you. This is Baruch chapter 2:30. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves, and shall know that I am Yahweh their power, for I will give them a heart and ears to hear. And they shall praise me in the land of their captivity, and think upon my name.
And you guys are seeing that right this very moment, right now, man. That prophecy coming to pass, man. Praising his name in the land of their captivity, man. This is not our land, man. And we are praising the name of the Most High. And this brother just brought out that the Most High does nothing without revealing the secrets unto the prophets. Every kingdom that has fallen was prophesied against by the prophets, man. I was just talking to this brother on the way up about how Hammurabi's code they attribute to the Babylonians, the eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth doctrine. But who was their slaves, man? Us, man, the Israelites, man. They didn't make that shit up, man. They stole it from us, man. We're the salt of the earth, man. So obviously the Most High is going to give his name to the salt of the earth, man. And we just read already 10 scriptures about the importance of the name, man. So how are you other Israelites out here to preach anything else, man? Saying you know the doctrine.
Have you brought out Malachi 2:2?
Bring it out.
Bring yours up.
This is Proverbs 18:10. The name of Yahweh.
Yep.
Did you grab this already?
Yep. Break it down, bro.
It's a strong tower.
Yep.
The righteous runneth into it and is safe.
There it goes once again, man. The name of the Most High is a strong tower, man. It's a defense, man.
So what's going to be your strong tower in the day of Jacob's trouble, man?
You niggas gonna be calling on Yo Play Yogurt, playing with the Most High, man. You niggas gonna be left out here with your ass out, man.
And first and foremost, the prophets of the Lord are what to the Lord? They're righteous, man. And this brother just read that the righteous runneth to his name, man. They're supposed to be uplifting the name, man. They're supposed to be defending the name, fired up about the name, man.
Ooh, I got another. I got two. You bring yours out. I got two. Go ahead.
This is Malachi chapter 2 verse 2.
You want to grab me Psalms 4?
If ye will not hear, and if ye will not lay it to heart to give glory unto my name, saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai of hosts, I will even send a curse upon you, and will curse your blessings. Yea, I have cursed them already, because ye do not lay it to heart.
There it goes, man. Plain, cut, and dry, man. You can't regard Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai without regarding the name, man. You cannot praise the Most High without regarding the name, man.
This is Malachi 4:2. But unto you that fear my name shall the Son of Righteousness arise with healing in his wings, and shall go forth and grow up. And ye shall go forth and grow up as calves in the stall, man. You see? So that's what you
pull that stuff about him not giving his glory to another.
Calves of the stone.
So, but the thing is, man, that's what Yahweh Shai is coming to save, man. Those that reverence the names of Yahweh while Yahweh Shai, man. You see? So I got another one for you real quick. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 2. All right, yeah. So that's 2nd Ezra chapter 2, verse 44. And I asked the angel and said, Sir, what are these? And he said unto me, These be they that have put off the mortal clothing and put on the immortal, and have confessed the name of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Now they are crowned and receive palms. Then said I unto the angel, What young person is it that crowneth them and giveth them palms in their hands? And he answered and said unto me, It is the Son of the Most High, Yahweh Shai, whom they have confessed in the world. Then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai.
So right there, you can't be elect, you can't be saved without the name of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. By Hashem Ruach, man. You cannot be saved without it, man. No matter how these other groups try to spin this, no matter how these other religions try to spin this, you cannot be saved without the true name, man. You want to? Did you have that set for me?
This is Isaiah 42:8. I am Yahweh, that is my name, and my glory will I not give to another, neither will my praise to graven images.
So how are you going to call the Most High whatever you want if he don't want his glory going to another, man? Like I was riding up in the car. If you created the whole universe, why wouldn't you want people to know your name, man? You know? You got that Proverbs for me?
Psalms.
Or excuse me, yeah, my bad, Psalms. And then can you grab me Proverbs 9 and 10? And he's going to read the verse 1, and then you're going to read that. And then Proverbs.
This is Psalms 14 and 1.
Proverbs 9 and 10.
The fool has said in his heart, There is no God. They are corrupt. They have done abominable works. There is none that doeth good.
You reread that? I was like,
Psalm 14:1. The fool has said in his heart, There is no God. They are corrupt. They have done abominable works. There is none that doeth good.
so there's none that doeth good, and they said in their heart that there is no God, there is no power, man. But we know that to be different. Can you grab that?
Esau.
Can you grab that Proverbs for me?
Hey, that's Esau. Esau has the spirit of atheist. You know?
Esau is the one that began that spirit of the Most High's name, hiding the Most High's name, man, hiding the faces of the judges thereof, man. That's why I brought that out, because that is Esau's spirit, man, and he made it popular, man.
He doesn't believe in God because he believes he is God.
Because he has no space for repentance either, man.
God.
This is Proverbs 9 and 10. The fear of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the holy is understanding.
So we just had the brother read that about the Esau's mindset, and what the true mindset you're supposed to have is, man, is fear of the Lord, man. And we just read a couple steps ago that you have to fear his name, man, and the importance, man.
So just to land back on that point you just made. So if you out here saying you can call the Most High whatever you want to call him, his name don't matter, this and that and the other, do you really fear the Most High? No, you don't, man. You see? Because his name, the Most High's name, is the only name on this planet Earth that Yahweh by Yahweh Shai are the only names that hold weight on this planet Earth, man. You see?
And that's the separation, because right now we're fearing Yahweh's name before he visits the earth.
The first out of the first 10 commandments that were given to Moses, one of them was take not my name in vain. And what does Jake do? Turn around and says, I'm going to call upon whatever I want.
Well,
doing exactly what he told you not to do, man.
The very first commandment, they're in violation. Don't put no gods before me.
And
he
not
sets
just that,
himself as God.
Israel, you don't regard the name of the Most High, so the Most High, he could have easily done away with calling us Israel and made somebody else the princess of the power, pursuing to what he told the people about raising up sons of Abraham from the stones, man. So if you don't care about his name, why do you think you should be a part of his kingdom, man? You know? Yeah, go ahead.
Psalms 14 and 2. The Lord looked down from heaven upon the sons of men to see if there were any that did understand and seek Yahweh.
And how do you seek the Most High, man? If you really care about the Most High, you really love Him, man, you, at some point in your life, you're going to wonder what His name is, man. You're going to wonder who you're calling on, man.
Verse 3, they are all gone aside. They are altogether become filthy. There is none that doeth good. No, not one.
And that's the truth, man. Our righteousness is of filthy rags, man. And if it wasn't for the elders on down bringing us the name, we would still be fools, man. We would still be fools, man. So for you Israelites to teach that the name ain't important, man, that's heavy blasphemy, man.
God, it's a lie.
It's a straight up lie, man. You know? That was 3?
Yep.
Con, can somebody grab me Romans 10 and read from 5 to 13? And I'll close on that. Well, now I had you read later on in the verse. I need you to read from 5 on down.
Oh,
So I can close it, yeah.
Romans 5?
I got it.
Romans 10 and 5 through 13.
I got it. This is Romans 10, chapter 5. For Moses describeth the righteousness which is of the law, that the man which doeth the things, these things shall live by them. But the righteousness which is of faith speaketh on this wise. Say not in thine heart, who shall ascend into heaven, that is, to bring Hamashiach down from above. Or who shall descend into the deep, that is, to bring Hamashiach up from the dead. But what saith it? The word is nigh thee, even in thy mouth and in thy heart. That is the word of faith which we preach. That if thou shalt confess with thy mouth the Lord Yahushua, and shalt believe in thine heart that the Most High have raised him from the dead, thou shalt be saved.
So what's that talking about? You got to believe this, man. You got to wholeheartedly believe this thing, man. This ain't no, I'll just go with it and it might be wrong, it might not. You got to fucking believe it, man. Just like you see that you got 10 toes and 10 fingers, man.
Verse 10, for with the heart man believeth unto righteousness, and with the mouth confession is made unto salvation. For the scripture saith, whosoever believeth on him shall not be ashamed.
So whosoever believeth on him, and we just got 6 steps about believing upon the name, man. And can you restart that one verse you just read?
Romans 10 and 12, Romans 10 and 11, for the scripture saith, whoever believeth on him shall not be ashamed.
Shall not be ashamed, man. So we not ashamed to here at Great Millstone to proclaim the name of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, whether you believe it or not, man.
Verse 12, for there is no difference between the Jew and the Greek, for the same Lord over all is rich unto all that call upon him. And it tells you, when you go to that first verse, it's only talking about Israel, man.
And not only that, but if you go into the interlinear, please, on the blue letter, and you click on the word Greek, because it is by itself, it'll tell you, it comes up with the word Helen.
Yep.
And the first definition tells you, all right, go ahead.
For G1672, Helen, and it goes into what? A Greek either by nationality, whether a native or of the mainland of the Greek islands colonies. In a wider sense, the name embraces all nations, not Jews, that made their language, customs, and learnings of the Greeks their own. The primary reference is to worship difference of religion. So yeah, they changed the definition on that motherfucker.
Yeah, they changed the definition, but the definition before tells you, because it used to be, and it then became all nations in the latter days, after the fall of Rome in 78, or excuse me, Jerusalem in 70 AD. So no matter how you look at it,
They still told you
the term Hellen ties to what? Hellenistas, which means to be Greek, because by nationality, every one of these brothers, unless you were born in Mexico or somewhere else, you are nationally an American.
I got a better definition right here because they changed that one.
Yeah, go ahead. There should be synonyms and whatnot.
Here goes. So the true word is Greek. When you go into the word Grecians, it goes into Hellenistus, right?
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
A Hellenist, one who imitates the manners and customs or the worship of the Greeks and the use of the Greek tongue, used in the New Testaments of Jews born in foreign lands and speaking Greek. So Israelites born amongst the Greeks using the Greek tongue. Man.
Exactly. And it ties with the Strong's G1672, man. Hey, it's Helen, man.
Wow.
It's not just the typical Grecian Japhite, man, or
You gotta-
Edomite, man.
You got to imagine, man. You know, you got brothers right here in America. You also got brothers in England. So basically, what he's saying, there ain't no difference between you two.
Yep.
But you got to imagine, in that time, you didn't have brothers that were being called, English or American. You had brothers that were still being called pure Israelites, man. Yeah. So he was telling, hey, you pure Israelites, there ain't no difference between you and those who have came up amongst the Greeks, man, because Yahweh Shai came to bring us all together, man.
Gentiles.
So, you know, it's really not hard to get when you just kind of put yourself in where we're reading about, man.
Because when you think about it, we were all Gentiles, man. Before we came into this truth, we were all Gentiles, man. We had no wisdom, knowledge, understanding of nothing about being Hebrew Israelites, man. But through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai, we have been woken up. You see that valley of dry bones, and we have been brought back to the understanding, man, that we are the Israelites. Even though we were here calling ourselves what? Native Americans, Hispanics, Black, Negro, all that bullshit we was calling ourselves, but we were truly the Israelites the whole time, man. We were just in the Gentile state of mind, not knowing who we were.
You know, and to tie this all in together to finish my lesson, this all, what you see here, these men all started because of the name, man. The Most High revealed his name unto to the elder apostle, man, and because we believe that to be truth, man, we're able to decipher and rightly divide this word, man, pursuing to Isaiah 28:10, man.
I got one more verse for you.
You know, and that's it for me, y'all. You know,
Romans 10 and 13. It's a good transition. For whosoever shall call upon the name, God. Romans 10 and 13. Whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved, and that's only for the Israelites, because salvation is only for the nation of Israel, the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man.
And not to mention Joel too, that we brought out a couple times.
It
specifies that it's for Israel, man, because it's been repeated so many times.
No, that's a beautiful thing, the way the Spirit flows, you know, because these brothers are just bringing up Greece. Well, that's what I'm going to go in on right now. Second Maccabees 6. We're trying to base this whole chapter. Precept, whatever you speak. I don't have to on my tongue of my head. So, precept.
Yeah, hey. How do you have his number, bro? That's crazy. That's the power of
So we're gonna go in. Yeah, we're gonna go in on the brothers were talking about Hellenism, you know, and how that's basically, you know, when you Israelites you become Hellenized by these society, and that's what these Greek and Romans and Edomites, they've placed all this madness on you, you know, polluted you. All right, and when the only Gentiles that Yahweh Shai came for were the Gentiles from Israel. All right. Yes, everybody, all these nations, these heathens are Gentiles, but they don't have salvation like Israel does, all right? And the Apocrypha, it would have been right in the middle of the New and the Old and the New Testament. So then you wouldn't be so confused if that book was in these modern Bibles, because then you would have a better understanding who the Gentiles were, all right? And really quick, before we go in on that, can somebody grab me 2 Corinthians 11 and 2? 2 Corinthians 11 and 2. Time. My bad, that's mine. Oh, sorry, I've done that.
This is 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 2. For I am jealous over you with godly jealousy, for I have espoused you to one husband, that I may present you as a chaste virgin to a Mashiach.
2 Corinthians 11 and 2. You know what? Try 1 Corinthians. My bad. It's all good. The one I'm trying to bring out is 6 and 1 Corinthians. I think it's 12 and 2. Is it 12 and 2? Okay.
Yep. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 12 and verse 2. Ye know that ye were Gentiles carried away unto these dumb idols.
So it's dealing with Israel right here. He's telling you that, hey, you know you were carried away, you were Gentiles carried away unto these dumb idols. All right, showing you that Israel are the Gentiles.
If I can make a point real quick, and why was that, man? Because the Most High had separated us from all these heathen nations. You see, he took the nation of Israel and brought us unto him, and made that covenant with us, and that's why. And he tells you in Exodus that he severed us from all people. So we are a special people unto the Most High above all people, right? But when our people go and follow in the ways of the Gentiles, it separates us from our power, man. You see, and we become as the Gentiles doing the shit that the Gentiles do, because the Most High he always told us what? Don't follow in the way of the Gentiles, man. But you had our people being hard-headed. They followed in the way of the Gentiles, and they came and worshiping those false idols polluted their mind, and they became Gentiles, man. And they forgot about the Most High. You see?
That's why I told us since day one, man, to destroy all the heathens that were round about us.
Because we followed their ways and was doing things the Most High didn't give us to do. And that made us Gentiles, man. We put up in the Gentile way of thinking, because with all these different idols, man, they have different rules that come with it. And Jake was following in that way, and that was the way the Most High didn't give us. The Most High gave us a way to follow, and that was His way, man. The law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shem Yahweh. That's what we were supposed to be following, not these rules of all these different idols, man. Because every idol comes with its own set of rules. And to worship that idol, you have to forsake the ways of Yahweh Shem Yahweh, man. And we were told not to do that. You see, that's why we was carried away Gentiles into those dumb idols, man.
And that's why if you can't get this truth that we're delivering, then hey, you have a reprobate mind, man. Yahweh keeps you in that darkness because you're not worthy, according to Yahweh, to have a veil lifted off your eyes.
That was just like to play in the movie, man.
Con. You want to go ahead and bring out yours?
Con. This is 2 Maccabees 6 and 8. Moreover, they went out with the decree to the neighbor cities.
Oh, 6 and 8? Oh, okay, go ahead. That's good. We're going to go in on that right now. That's the spirit. You're on the spirit all day today. He's pulling out all. Go ahead.
It says, to the neighboring cities of the Grecians, by
go
the
ahead and
suggestions.
Start at 1, my bad. Yeah, start at 1, because that's where I have him. So go ahead and just start at 1. And then
well, do you want to just read it, brother?
Well, he's got it right here.
No, I had it, but you got it.
Go ahead, just read at 1. Start at 1.
We'll get up
where
to
we can start.
Yeah. Verse 1 then, this is 2 Maccabees 6 and 1. Not long after this, the king sent an old man of Athens to compel the Jews to depart from the laws of their fathers and not to live after the laws of the Heavenly Father.
So where's Athens? That's Greece, right? So he's showing you that there was the Greeks that were the ones polluting, the sanctuary, polluting the tabernacle, all right? And also polluting the minds of the Israelites. Okay, go ahead and read on.
And to pollute also the temple of Jerusalem, and to call it the temple of Jupiter Olympus.
And Jupiter Olympus, when you go into that word Jupiter, that's the equivalent to Zeus, right? So literally, they're setting up their own gods in Jerusalum.
The damn idols, man.
Yeah, Jupiter is the Roman Zeus, man.
So he's their head god, right? He's the I don't know how many gods they have, but they have Roman and Greek equivalents, right? Jupiter is Zeus, right? And what the spirit last night when I was doing this lesson, it carried me to, I started looking at the planets, and every single planet is named after a Greek god,
Saturn, Venus,
Mars,
Neptune,
Mercury, Pluto,
Neptune, all that bullshit.
Bring out a Psalm, you want to bring out Psalm 49:11?
And I tried to pull up the picture of him, man, but he looks exactly like Cesare almost, man.
Yep.
Just a little more masculine.
Zeus?
Jupiter.
Yeah, and Jupiter and Zeus are the same god,
Well, I heard a Northern Kingdom brother in the LA camp when I was first learning this thing talk about the name Jesus
comes from
in the
Zeus?
Spanish is for the Spanish speaking people is Hail Zeus. Hail Zeus, man.
Yeah.
Hail Zeus.
Hail Zeus.
So your wickedness has stuck even to today, man. For most Issachar in the Northern Kingdom, man.
Yeah, and that dates back to Greece. We're reading about Greece and when they polluted the temple, the tabernacle, showing you that, hey, it's just a repetitive thing. You got that 49:11?
Give me
Psalms.
Psalms. This is This is Psalms chapter 49, verse 11. The inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever,
Is it that one? Yeah.
and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names.
So not only their lands, these Edomites are so arrogant, they even named the planets after their own names, right? After their own gods, their false doctrines. All right? Go ahead, Ak. Go ahead and read. Keep reading.
Well, hell, most importantly, they even changed the temple of Yahweh's name to Jupiter, man.
Con.
That's the ultimate blasphemy, man.
Con.
Fuck the little planets, man.
Con. But yeah, that's the thing, though. You know, Jupiter, and what is Jupiter in the planets? It's the largest planet.
Yeah, the biggest one.
You know? So, go ahead, Ak. We were right in the middle of that, too.
Finishing on verse 2, and that in Gerizim of Jupiter, the defender of strangers, as they did desire that dwelt in the place.
Con. And that's the same thing, that same deception that Esau comes in now. He tries to act like he's defending all these heathen, which, remember, Gentiles is heathen, meaning strangers, right? So he's still playing that deception that he's the defender of the planet, you know?
You got to think of Esau's mind state when he did it, man. Hey, if I start teaching them now that they're the strangers and that their defender is an Edomite, then generations down the road, it's just gonna be beaten into their heads, man.
Con. Go ahead and bring that Maccabees out first.
I got a precept for you real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
This is Daniel 12 and 11. And from the time that the daily sacrifice shall be taken away, and the abomination that maketh desolate set up, there shall be 1,290 days. And that's talking about when the Greeks went into the temple, man, and set up that.
Set up those false images, those false idols, you know? And now we're getting towards the end of that madness, all right? Because now the nation of Israel, starting out with the apostles of GMS, hey, we're waking up to this truth and who we are.
We're talking about that filth, man.
We're coming back to our true power, all right? Go ahead and bring that out.
First Maccabees, right?
Yeah, First Maccabees, and start at 41. This is Esau's in mindset, right? He's the defender of strangers, is what he tells you, right?
This is First Maccabees 1 and 41. Moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people.
So he's still pushing that, you know? They're trying to tell you that we're all the same people. We're all in this together, right? They're trying to tell you that we're all Americans, good, wholehearted Americans, right? But see, what does God tell us? He said, "Come out of her, my people."
I gotta say,
Come out of that madness. That's what you see here today on this camp. Go ahead and keep reading.
And everyone should leave his laws, so all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king.
And that's why you have all these nations, these Moabites, these Ishmaelites, all of these different nations in Babylon, America. They're all conforming to that Edomite's doctrine, right? I talked to a Moabite about a couple weeks ago, and she told me she's Catholic, you know? And she had nothing but bad things to say about her true nation, which was Moab, China, you know. She had nothing but bad things to say about China.
Because she drank the Babylon
But
juice.
she can't say one bad thing about her Catholic Edomite doctrine, you know.
Well, that's why when you see their cartoons, all the Asian cartoons
that
are all
is
Edomites.
deep, yeah. That's how they are, man. These heathen come over here, and the first thing they want to do is either is badmouth their homeland, but also badmouth these Edomites too, man. Like, there's no satisfying these people, man.
Yup.
I got a precept real quick.
Let finished off that number 43. Yeah.
Yeah, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion and sacrificed unto idols and profaned the Sabbath.
So there you go. They're profaning the Sabbath to this day. You know, you have Israelites filling up the Christian church. You have Israelites filling up the Catholic church. Israelites are in all kinds of doctrines where they've been scattered, all right? And what else did it say there? They consented to the religion. And they're still doing that, you know? Their minds are still polluted. And they will be a sacrifice on that day of wrath, you know? Go ahead. It's on 44?
I'm on 44 now.
Yeah, read 44.
For the king had sent letters by messengers unto Jerusalem and the cities of Judah that they should follow the strange laws of the land.
So those are, Yahweh calls all these laws that you Christians and you Catholics, you Americans follow. He said that's strange to him, all right? Because, you know, having a sodomish, characteristic, that's what this nation has. Hey, that's strange to Yahweh, you know? And any of you Israelites, well, I shouldn't even call you Israelites because you're still Jakes, you know, that are hearkening to that bullshit, and you don't want to offend a homosexual because you want to be politically correct, then hey, you're part of that madness and you're going to be part of the destruction. All right? Go ahead.
This is Jeremiah 50:6. My people have been lost sheep. Their shepherds have caused them to go astray. They have turned them away on the mountains, and they have gone from mountain to hill. They have forgotten their resting place.
Khan, these governments and these former Israelite leaders, Martin Luther King, they just had that holiday last week. What was Martin Luther King coming in the name of? He said, hey, he was coming in the name of Jesus and unification, and he said little white boys and little black girls holding hands. That's what he wanted to see, right? That's a lie. That's a false doctrine. And you Judites and you Southern Kingdom that praise him so much, you know what I'm saying? Well, hey, you're strange. That's strange to Yahweh. You know? Go ahead.
The Most High's a separatist.
God, he don't want. Yeah, the Most High, he loves it when Israel stays with Israel. All right.
I got a piece up for you real quick just to make that point. This is Leviticus 20:26. And ye shall be holy unto me, for I Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua am holy, and have severed you from other people that ye should be mine.
God, meaning he separated us. He separated us. He said he cut you off from these heathen. All right. But you stubborn, stiff-necked people, brother. Hey, you
making fucking 28,000 a year on the poverty line,
God,
getting food stamps for eternity if they could, man.
As long as he can have 2 days off,
As long as he can have a blunt and some Hennessy, he'll be cool.
If Jake had it his way, man, we'd be in Egypt doing this right now.
We still be in fucking Egypt, bro.
And while you're at it, I'll swing the camera right here.
Still be pushing the pyramids.
Then you got to go to Esau to everything. You know, you got to go for the driver's license, marriage license, motor vehicle, real estate. Veterans
You
of
can't just drop 20 grand
All
on
right,
the
let me break that for you, bro.
God, bring it out.
Deuteronomy 28.
I bet you I can tell you.
Can I pull this up after him?
Yeah. It's a 64. Right.
No, 48.
Okay.
This is Deuteronomy 28:48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which Yahweh shall send against thee,
God.
in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
That's where we just read about how the Greek Edomite, he wanted to, make all one people. And now all these people all these heathen, they got to come to this Edomite
Catch that on camera.
if they want anything, you know?
You want to get married, then you got to go to Esau. You want to get a vehicle, you got to go to Esau.
You want food, you want clothes, you want shelter, you want water. You got to go to your enemy for it, man. We was talking about that on the way up here, man. We have nothing, man. You see, we have no infrastructure. All these buildings are owned by heathen nations, man.
And that's how we know you're in slumber, because you don't even know who your enemy is, and you're happy to go to your enemy for all these things.
Yeah. They don't see no problem with it, but the kingdom of heaven, man, we're going to be in rulership of everything, man.
God,
That's right.
You like this darkness you're in, Jake.
Sipping out for you damn devil.
God, one of you guys are sick? Yeah, I did. Go ahead.
Everybody want to drink Easy E's Babylon juice, man. This is Psalms 55, and I'm going to start at 20 and read to 21. He hath put forth his hand against such as at peace with him, that's Esau. He hath broken his covenant, and all you got to do is look to Gad, man, and look at Judah, man. both kingdoms, man. He's been fucking them over since the dawn of time. But this is the verse I wanted to hit, 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet they drawn swords.
God, that's this Edomite. Donald Trump, he has that exact same spirit, On New Year's Eve, he did an interview saying he loves peace, he wants peace, and then 3 or 4 days later, he bombs Iraq's general.
Hey, that's what Gad called him, man, the fork-tongued devil, man.
Yeah,
that's his damn devil.
You preach world peace, but you're in more active conflicts than any nation on the planet, man.
God.
That's why I brought that out, man.
And then
that's the opposite, man. That's contradictory, man.
They talk about they want peace, but America has been established for a nation for almost 240 some years, and out of all that time, they have been at war 93% of that time, man.
God, and those elite are making money off those wars, They make money. They fund the wars,
Yeah, it's been, 17 years of peace America's seen?
Yep. They don't want peace, man. They want war, man.
God,
This is,
and
this is just a follow up on what the brother was saying about Martin Luther King. This is Sirach 13 and verse 11. Affect not to be made equal unto him in talk, and believe not in as many words. For with much communication he will tempt thee, and smiling upon thee will he get out thy secrets. So showing you, man, not to try to be equal to Esau, man. We're supposed to be over this devil, man. Martin Luther, go ahead, brother.
Yeah, Martin Luther King, he was basically a sellout, you know. They had an agenda just like they still have an agenda, and they use the so-called black man to, you know, make it look juicy for you, you Israelites.
I got one
you
for
know?
you. I got one for you.
Con.
Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 10. Never trust thine enemy, for as like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
God, so you're not supposed to trust this so-called white man. You're not supposed to trust the Edomite, man. He's gonna smile in your face and he got a knife ready to stab you. You know, in your back.
Verse 11. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him.
God.
And thou shalt be unto him.
The Bible says, beware of the so-called white man.
God.
The Bible says, beware of the Edomite.
God. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped the looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rest have not been altogether wiped away.
God.
Meaning, hey, just because you're acting nice now, don't forget about the 60s and civil rights.
God.
Don't forget about these
Don't
Edomites
forget about
putting
what
your
Make
ass
America
in
Great
fucking
Again
chains and
means.
shackles, man.
Don't forget
And
about
that
one
was
of
all
their-
the tribes,
One of
man.
their key characteristics, which was what? That peace was in their mouth, but war was in their heart.
God.
That's
Just
what
like we got
defines
in,
an Edomite.
Isaiah.
An Edomite's gonna come off with a painted image of
Come on.
peace, man.
How you doing, bro?
Yep.
God bless.
But as soon as he has the upper foot, man, you're getting stomped on.
God,
You're getting stomped out.
I'm gonna bring this right here now. That you guys brought this.
And you Jakes, man, you trust in MLK. MLK put his trust in the enemy, man.
God.
That's why you Jakes don't have nothing now, because before you did that integration, man, you had your own stuff, man.
God.
You were separate from these devils as the way the Most High wanted. You had Black Wall Street,
that
Wilmington,
was-
North Carolina. You had your own bus lines, moving
And that,
fields.
hold on, hold
Dr.
on.
King was a
Hold on.
Freemason.
And that was
they got
judgment on Yahweh to
God.
put him to death.
You know,
He was bought out.
You had your
You
own
know?
grocery store. You had your own hospital. You had your own schools. But as
God.
soon as that nigga came with that integration shit, Esau came and took all that over. You had your own baseball
God.
league, but now look at you. And then slaving for the damn
so
devil,
that was
man.
Martin Luther King's fate. You know, judgment from Yahweh,
Yep.
because he's over there coming in the wrong name and in the wrong doctrine.
And put you
all right?
Jakes in the wrong
Trying to
mindset,
mix
man.
you up. Yeah. And now and after all the atrocities your forefathers went through, and now you want to be kissing the white man's ass.
You Jakes
So-called Edomite.
are just you Jakes are getting destroyed by that doctrine that MLK came with, man. After that, you was good on your own, man. But after that integration, you were more destroyed than you have ever been, man. Look at you now, man. On the bottom with nothing to show. You ain't got nothing, man.
It's lucky, if I may say, it's no coincidence that after he died, they started bringing out the pictures of him in his Masonic garb, man. He been
God.
bought off, man. He was bought off from the start.
See,
man.
he had pictures of the
You
Rothschilds,
never
man.
see no
God.
Masonic pictures of it during his life, but after he died, they're all over the internet, man.
But Jake they don't do research, so they don't know. They don't read books.
He was
So
a
you
puppet
don't
of the
know.
Rothschilds, man.
No.
He got actual pictures with the Rothschilds, man.
God.
That dude who wrote that damn I Have a Dream speech was a so-called Jew, man.
God, he didn't even write
And
that
he was mocking
speech.
the scripture and pursuing Nebuchadnezzar's dream, man.
God.
If you really want to think about it, because we're not supposed to consult with diviners, man.
There's even
So
a
why-
verse.
You know what I mean?
There's even a verse in the Bible that says, "Hey, those people that say I have a dream, you know, don't trust them." You know, I'm paraphrasing. I know the brother will find it. Go ahead and bring that out.
This is 1 Maccabees 1:30, and he spake peaceable words unto them, but all was deceit. For when they had given him credence, he fell suddenly upon the city and smote it very sore and destroyed much people of Israel.
And that's what's going to happen to you, Jakes, now with this so-called white man, because you guys all trust him. You trust in his ways. You trust in his doctrines. You trust in his workforce. You trust in his military. But guess what? He's going to come down to do on you in Jacob's trouble. He's going to come back and he's going to smite you.
I got you right.
You know, he's going to be hunting you, Jakes, down.
Jeremiah
Right?
23 and 25. I have heard what the prophet said, and that prophesied lies in my name, saying, I have dreamed. How long should this be in the heart of the prophets that prophesy lies?
God.
Yea, they are prophets of deceit. They are the prophets of the deceit of their own heart.
God, and he hit the nail right on the head. That's Dr. King right there, speaking how I have a dream, but he's actually just a false prophet.
One more verse.
Khan, bring it out. Go back to that.
Verse 27. which think to cause my people to forget my name by their dreams, which they tell every man to his neighbor, as their fathers have forgotten my name for Baal. And that's what MLK did to you, Jakes, man. You see? That's what you Jakes did with MLK, man. You forgot everything, man.
He's got red shoes and he's got a snake on.
Yeah, you saw got some whole serpent wrapped around his neck.
He is the serpent.
They both comfortable with each other,
That's his
man.
cringer.
That's the thing. They both
That's his
comfortable.
brethren, bro.
Let that be a check. That snake would be choking his ass out.
Yeah.
All right, man.
He walked off. You see that funky walk he did? Like
Yeah.
we
For
threw
what?
him all off.
Yeah, for
That's
what?
a demon, man.
The truth threw him all off. That's a true demon.
Why he walk that way instead
And
of
who we getting on right now? We're getting on the damn Greek Edomites. You know? You got demons walking up on you.
That's like the prophecy of Alexander's mother sleeping with the snake and shit.
God. God. Go ahead and
Second Maccabees 6 and verse 3, the coming in of this mischief was sore and grievous to the people.
and that's when our people were in a little bit of a better mindset, you know, because it was actually sore and grievous to have to change and turn from their laws, their true laws. But now, hey, all these Jakes, they're in so much darkness, they're destroyed. So now they're okay with,
they don't give a fuck
sodomy
about the law.
and yeah, they don't.
You know it's the spirit. What we're going into now about them Hellenizing the Israelites, you got Jake fighting to stay in that Hellenized mind, man, because you got this nigga Lil Boosie who flipped the Most High off just so he can eat pork, man. But when you read these
that's
accounts,
what we're going into.
Oh, my bad. You
No,
see?
no, you're good though.
see?
No, I'm glad you brought it out.
because this nigga
that's
flipped the
the
Most High
spirit.
off talking about eating
It's
pork,
all the
man.
spirit.
And
Even you
the
talk
thing
about the
is,
Greeks,
our
right?
forefathers
Yeah,
would rather
okay,
die.
cool.
When you go read the accounts of our ancient forefathers, man, they would rather die than to eat pork. But now you got Jake flipping the Most High off just to eat
And,
pork,
and,
man.
and,
Beautiful
those
you
guys
brought
are
that out,
spectacles,
because
man.
We're gonna go.
The rappers and all these different guys, man, they're spectacles unto Jake, man. They're
Yep.
spectacles to Israel. So Israel sees that, and they're gonna follow right after.
And
it,
then
man.
you got niggas on the comment board of that video laughing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, man.
Yo, Khan.
That shit
You're
went
gonna have
funny,
little
man.
ass kids are gonna watch it, and they're gonna be into it. Man. Just like I was-
Khan,
I was
because,
telling
hey,
you
the
all
whole
way up
base,
here,
I'm
too.
gonna
Hey,
cut
but
to
him
the chase.
doing that, he's super done, man.
Yeah, he
Because
done.
hey, when you're giving reference in the society, man, people's children are looking to you, man. The little Jake boys is out there with no daddies
God.
looking at you doing that shit, man. Most High gonna fuck you up, man.
Khan, go ahead and bring out number 4.
We're going on verse 4. For the temple was filled with riot and reveling by the Gentiles who dallied with harlots and had to do with women within the circuit of the holy
They
places.
was fucking in the temple, man.
God.
Yeah,
And that's what's still happening in these Christian churches, right? And in Israel, in Ashdod right now. There's still Gentiles and harlots in those temples now, you know?
Completely defiling the
And
Most
they're
High's place.
defiling it, man. And that's why not only his name is important, like the brother brought up, but hey, you got to keep his laws, statutes, and commandments are important. You got her bag on top of the car.
And that's
Trash.
one of the reasons his tabernacle dwells with man now. Because you
God.
defile whatever you touch, man.
Con. Go ahead, Ak.
Going on, it says, verse, I don't think I finished.
Okay,
4.
Con.
It says, and besides that, brought in things that were not lawful. And the altar also was defiled with profane things which the law forbiddeth. Neither was it lawful for a man to keep Sabbath days,
Con.
or ancient feasts, or to profess himself at all to be a Jew.
Con, so you couldn't even call yourself a Jew during this time. They were coming down harsh, you know, these Edomites. Hey, you can't call yourself a Jew, man.
And the thing
You know?
is, that's coming back. That's why you see all this anti-Semitism bullshit coming up, because it's gonna be against the law for us to proclaim that we're Israelites soon come, man.
And in this time, they was like, hey, you can't keep the Sabbath. They were forcing the sons of Israel,
Reprogramming them.
reprogramming them. They were changing that mindset. Hey, you can't keep the Sabbath. You can't keep the feasts. You know, that's what this Edomite does. That's why he is a wicked, vile creature of the planet Earth.
Telling
So-called white man.
telling our people it was okay to eat pork and shit. And now
God.
Jake is literally basically testing the Most
Dying
High
for
out
it,
just to
yeah.
eat pork, man.
Con. Read on up.
And in the day of the king's birth, every month they were brought by bitter constraint to eat of the sacrifices, and when the feast of Bacchus was kept,
Con, and Feast of Bacchus, I looked into that. That's basically a Greek tradition. yeah, like a Mardi Gras or a Lollapalooza or what's the old one in the 70s? Woodstock. You know, that's what this Bacchus is. What they would do, one of the traditions, is they would take animals and they would rip their limbs apart and they would eat these animals raw and bloody, you know? And that's that characteristic of the Edomite, you know, and also the other heathen. Because now you got the elders, they were going in on it, on the coronavirus. You know, that thing came because these Moabites were eating bats and rattlesnakes.
That just goes into that movie Contagion, man. That shit is playing out. You see all these movies that Esau makes, man, it's predictive programming to let you know what he's about to do. When you go watch that movie Contagion, it started where? In China, man. And that shit spread all over the world, man.
And Bacchus was like they have the equivalent gods, right? Greece and Roman gods. Bacchus and the other one is Dionysus, which is Dionysus, which is the god of fertility and wine. You know, so basically an orgy.
Orgy,
you know,
orgy
getting fucked up. That's the same spirit. This Edomite comes in with all his festivals. You know,
nothing new, man. They still do the same shit, man.
God, nothing new under the sun. And yeah, so go ahead and read on.
It says, the Jews were compelled to go in possession to Bacchus carrying ivy.
Con, and what do you think? You don't think that Beyonce and Jay-Z were told what to name their child? What do they name it? Blue Ivy or something? Well, that's what. Now you have Israelite women. All these little 2-year-olds are named Ivy. You know, because they're literally honoring that false god. You know, unknowingly, because our people don't know shit and they're in darkness.
And that's why it's called poison ivy now.
Why
would you want to name your child Poison?
Con, and you know what? The little girl that I'm actually thinking of, her mom was she named her Ivy, right? And guess what? Yahweh gave that baby quick judgment. Just months later, I see the story on social media. Hey, this little Ivy baby, she died. You know, sudden infant syndrome. You know.
Well,
So,
yeah, because it
so
shows
it's great judgment. You know, you don't know anything and you don't have knowledge according to the truth, you're going to be stuck in that darkness, naming your kid Ivy, honoring a false god, you know? So
we were just talking about this because I was talking about there was a toy for little girls at the store, and the toy was twerking. So you got a little girl, if she ain't been taught different, then she's gonna fall right into whatever Esau put before him, man. Which are these twerking toys, you know, all this different stuff around them to cause them to live destructively, man.
These dumbass Israelite bitches, they'll go buy that shit for their daughter, man.
Because why? They're destroyed for lack of knowledge, and that's why they got to be sacrificed in the missiles. Go ahead,
going on verse 8. Verse 8. Moreover, there went out a decree to the neighbor cities of the heathen, or the Grecians, by the suggestion of Ptolemy against the Jews, that they should observe the same fashions and be partakers of their sacrifices.
So not only was this Greek Edomite pushing it on the heathen, but hey, he's pushing his doctrines and his mindset and his all his bullshit, polluting the mind of mainly the Israelites, because we're the only ones who matter out of the bunch. You know?
And you see, this is why when America, when the Puritans, so to speak, came over here, this is why Christmas and things of that nature were illegal, man. Because you know, beginning with this time, you know, they started mixing these things together, and then you had Israelites that were partaking in the truth and taking part in these different festive holidays and all the way down to today, man. But they knew that these originated off of heathen days, man. Heathen customs.
Well, the Bible destruction group hadn't happened. It happened until like the early 1800s.
Go ahead and read on up.
Going on verse 9. And this is called cut, man. It says, and whoso would not conform themselves to the manners of the Gentiles should be put to death. Read that again. To the manner of the Gentiles should be put to death. Then might a man have seen the present misery.
And there's nothing new under the sun, because these Edomites, hey, if you don't want to get down with their doctrines, their policies, hey, they're going to kill you, man. You know, and that's what's going to happen in Jacob's trouble. You know, they're going to make America great again. They're going to try to, you know what I mean? But that's their idea. You know, you don't conform to their doctrines, conform to their idols and their policies. Well, hey, bring that out one more time. What's going to happen?
2 Maccabees 6 and 9. and whoso would not conform themselves to the manners of the Grecians or the Gentiles should be put to death. Then might a man have seen the present misery.
God, there it is. You know, we're reading it right out of the Bible, but yet people are just okay with all the madness going around in Babylon.
Because when you get down to the nitty gritty, man, these fucking people don't believe in the Bible, man. They don't believe in what's written. They believe in what their hearts tells them, man. They all vain deceits. See, because the Bible says what it says, man. You see? And when we bring out what's written, they don't agree with it because they don't truly believe in the Bible, man. They want to put on their front as if they're holier than thou and they're God-fearing people. But these people are fucking demons, man. You see? That's why when all hell breaks, the main people they're going to come against are the Israelites. You see? That's what it's all about, destroying the nation of Israel, man. You see?
Going on verse 10. For there were 2 women brought who had circumcised their children, which was
a custom, a law, right, of Yahweh,
whom, when they had openly led round about the city, the babies hanging at their breasts, they cast them down headlong from the wall.
God, they're trying to escape. They're trying to keep the laws, but they got to go through these dangerous measures just to keep a law. You know?
That lets you know, because there's nothing new under the sun. This is going to happen again, man. And if you proclaim it to be an Israelite, they're going to come take your kids just like they did in the ancient time, man.
God, it's going to be to the point where the brothers and we can't even come out here and prophesy. You know? We can't keep this law of teaching and prophesying. You know, in Jacob's trouble.
That's the works of Esau, man. That's why it says, blessed is he who dasheth thy little ones against the stones and the rocks,
Psalms
man.
137.
Because that's judgment, man. These Grecians, man, went to the grave peacefully after having done that, man.
They never received judgment, man.
But that through the regeneration, it's gonna all fulfill.
It says, even the eyes that have, even those that pierce me will see me coming back, man. That's why it's Terry.
Shit.
God.
How long?
Hey, hold on.
Hold on, we got
We got a breaking news report. Basketball player Kobe Bryant, Los Angeles Lakers legend, dies in helicopter crash.
That's
Call Allah Yimla Yahaba Shem Yahweh. Call Allah Yimla Yahaba Shem
in a
Yahweh.
fucking chopper.
And
Fuck
hey,
your
we're out here
millions, man.
camping.
That's why we don't.
Call Allah
That's why you
Yimla
can't buy
Yahaba
us
Shem
off
Yahweh.
in this truth,
Hey,
man. Fuck Kobe, man.
Hey,
He had $40 million.
that's the report, man.
Adulterous ass nigga, man. Fuck
That's
him.
judgment,
That's going
man.
to be the next Nipsey.
Yahweh.
Everybody's going to be making sure
Yeah.
about him now.
And
NBA,
I was
hey.
gonna say a few minutes ago, that's what
That's
Esau do
that's
to
a,
show you he don't give a fuck about you niggas,
that's
man.
a,
Well, who's the last billionaire to fucking crash on a plane,
Hey,
man?
let me tell you this.
It's all the Most High, man.
That's another one of those Illuminati hitmen.
That shit is-
So hey, we're out here at camp
Hey, call
doing this
Allah
righteous
Yahweh
thing,
Shem Yahweh.
and this breaking news happens.
Call
right?
Allah
There's
Yahweh
no
Shem
coincidence.
Yahweh.
When is Soros'
There's
helicopter
no
gonna crash in
coincidence, man.
Manhattan, man? It's not going to. It's all the Most High.
It's judgment from the Most High, man.
God,
That's all it is.
let's get back in the scripts. Go ahead.
Going on verse 11. And others that had run together into caves nearby to keep the Sabbath day secretly, being discovered to Philip, were all burnt together because
They're trying to keep the laws of the Most High in righteousness, and these Edomites burn them up. You know, that's the spirit of the so-called white man, the Edomite. You know, you don't want the Israelites to come to their true power.
Because if they do, man, if they do return to their power, then
You're supposed to
Esau's
be praising,
through,
man. You're supposed to be joyful, man. That's a beautiful thing.
Hey, and
That
boy, you celebrities
soul
gonna
this
get
fucking
it, man.
soul, that's what you get, man.
Boy, you celebrities
When you
gonna
partner
catch
up with these
judgment, man.
Edomites
God.
like this brother was preaching, that's what the fuck you get, man.
God.
A fiery death, man.
And Yahweh,
That's right.
hey, Yahweh's dealing with A-listers. Because Kobe Bryant is a huge name in Babylon.
Watch Jake
All right?
freak out by the time you get home, my
God.
friend. Jake is gonna be freaked the fuck out,
God.
man. Worth hundreds of millions, man. He's a young fucking Jake, man. Physically prime, man. Fucking done, man.
Ain't that crazy? Ain't that so? Call Allah Yahweh Bashem.
Call Allah Yahweh
Call
Bashem.
Allah, Yahweh
He raised all that money
man.
for nothing, man.
And guess what? All the millions,
Yeah.
Esau
yeah.
profit,
Bro, I can tell
man.
you how about Shem Yahweh.
Khan.
Goes to show you this
Jack's
is not
gonna
our
give us
resting
the
place.
judgment, man.
Hey, he back in his right mind now.
That's
God,
a heavy way to
God,
go out, too.
right.
A plane crash, bro? Shit.
Helicopter.
That's a
yeah.
heavy way to go out.
Khan.
yeah.
To crash?
Yeah,
You know
let's
he
go
died
ahead, go ahead,
fiery,
let's go.
bro.
Let's focus up on the scripts.
Going on, verse 12. Now I beseech those that read this book that they be not discouraged for these calamities, but that they judge those punishments not to be for destruction, but for the chastening of our nation.
So Yahweh's telling you, hey, even if you have to go through these measures, don't you still keep this law? It's righteous, all right? You know, who cares what these Edomites put down, how they come down on you? Because we know that he's going to come down with great wrath. But hey, that doesn't mean we're going to switch up. You know, we got to die for this truth, man.
Because the thing is, we doing what we commanded. We are doing what we have been commanded to do ever since the wilderness, man. The Most High told us to follow His ways and do as He has commanded us. That's what we're doing, man. And these heathen nations, they don't want us to do that because they know that keeps us tied to our power, and they don't want that, man. Because they know when we come back in our right mind and we go with Yahweh Shem Shai, it's a wrap for them, man.
And not only that, hey, just like Yahweh, he severed us from the nations. They see that, they're like, oh shit. These are so-called blacks and so-called Hispanics and Native Americans. You know what I mean? Separate.
That's the book of Judith, man. It tells you that in the book of Judith, where the heathen starts breaking down. As soon as Israel gets right with Yahweh Shem Shai, there's no way that any nation can stand against them. The only thing that makes us strong to begin with is Yahweh Shem Shai.
Because naturally we're the greatest people on planet Earth. So, hey, it's a huge threat for these heathen to know that, hey, these people are coming together.
It's chastening, not destruction. Why? We're in training. We're in camp. This is our training camp. Building this up.
Because if you're chastising somebody, you want them to grow and be better.
And you got all
if
these.
You're destroying them, then there ain't no hope.
And all these
don't got no hope.
You got the brothers up here praising Yahweh at the judgment of Kobe Bryant, right?
It's a beautiful thing.
But guess what? These 2/3, they're going to be mourning. You know, you're going to be like the brother said, buying his jerseys, going out there and
that's their idol,
and putting that idol, lifting that idol right on up. You know,
I bet you there's going to be more Jakes that cried for Kobe Bryant that cried for fucking Yahweh Shai when he was on the ground. I guarantee that shit. So he deserved that motherfucking plane crash, man. Because they went, and there's not going to be half the Jakes crying for fucking Yahweh Shai that was crying for Kobe, bro. Guaranteed, man.
But like the brother said, hey, Kobe will be in the kingdom. He's in his right mindset now. You know?
He watching camp now. He watching the elders right now.
See, because the chastisement,
he's pleading for us now.
Wouldn't have cured him, man. The destruction had to.
He was never going to repent.
Okay, go ahead. We got 12 or 13.
13. Like going on. 2 Maccabees 6:13. For it is a token of His great goodness when wicked doers are not suffered any long time, but forthwith punished.
Kobe Bryant. You know, he's not suffering no more. He's not being wicked no more. Now he's punished. Now we're punished. God. Go ahead, Ox 14.
For not as with other nations, whom the Lord patiently forbeareth to punish.
And this was the spirit last night. This verse actually really jumped out at me last night. Because, you know, right now, the only nation that's getting judged is Israel, right? These other heathen nations, they're all flourishing, right? Esau's flourishing, you know. The Moabites, when they come out here, they ain't got to pay no taxes. At first, when they first become citizens. But hey, all these heathen nations are flourishing. But guess who's being judged right now? Yahweh's people. But guess what? Read on.
Going on. Till they be come to fullness of their sins, so dealeth He with us.
So judgment will start with the house of God, you know, during Jacob's trouble. And now on the low level, hey, 2020, things are speeding up, you know. Go ahead.
Verse 15. Lest that being come to the height of sin, afterwards He should take vengeance on us. And therefore He never withdraweth His mercy from us, and though He punished with adversaries, yet doeth He never forsake His people.
So even though He's putting us and chastising us, hey, if you're going through chastisement, then hey, that's a good sign. You know, especially if you're an Israelite. You know, because He's not gonna. The Bible said He's not gonna forget His people. All right. Go ahead.
Going on.
17.
But, verse 17, but let this that we have spoken be for a warning unto us. And now will we come to the declaring of the matter in few words. Eliezer.
And he said, let this be a warning, meaning, hey, you need to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments even in your captivity. All right?
To the best of your ability.
Don't listen to these Christians with this Greek Edomite telling you, hey, you're saved under the grace of Jesus Christ. No, that's a bullshit lie. Jesus Christ can't save nobody. Go ahead.
Verse 18. Eliezer, one of the principal scribes, an aged man, and of a well-favored countenance, was constrained to open his mouth and to eat swine's flesh.
So they had this brother's, they had him tied down, and it was basically forcing him to eat some pigs, some swine,
I
you
got a
know,
precept for you.
some bacon. Go ahead.
Hold on.
Eleazar was he was still
Hey,
keeping the
he
laws.
was.
He was an Israelite. You know?
This is Leviticus 11:7.
God, I'm
And the
right.
swine, though he divide the hoof and be cloven footed, yet he cheweth not the cud, he is unclean unto you.
God, Matthew.
Of their flesh shall ye not eat, and their carcass shall ye not touch. They are unclean to you.
God, and you know, now it's coming out because we're in the information age, how unhealthy it is to eat this swine. You know, but Yahweh, you know, He's delivered us from that shit. You know, you may see a breaking news, swine virus. You know, oh well, hey, we don't have to worry about that.
Remember when they had the
You know?
swine flu?
God, the swine flu, yeah. So now here we are. Yahweh delivered us from that thing, right?
Most of the time, he don't tell you nothing. He don't tell you to do something for no reason, man.
God, and you got Christians out here that will tell you it's okay to eat the pig. You know.
All you gotta do is pray over.
Or
Go
you
ahead, yeah. All you gotta do is pray over it, and you're good. No.
Or you got
Go
the
ahead and bring that
2/3
out.
like
I'm
Boozy.
5:19. This is Matthew 5:19. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. But whosoever shall do and teach them, that same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven.
God, and that's what we're doing out here, right? It may seem like a small commandment, and it may seem like a no big deal, but hey, nonetheless, it is a commandment, a statute of the Most High. So we need to stay out of that thing, and that's what we've been doing. So even if it's the least commandment, hey, you start eating that pig again, hey, you're going to be the least in the kingdom, man. Go ahead and back to, I think we're on 19.
Going on. 2 Maccabees 6:19. But he choosing rather to die gloriously than to live stained with such an abomination, spit it forth, and came of his own accord to the torment.
God, so you see what I'm saying? He'd rather, instead of selling out his true power, he spit that thing out his mouth. He's like, I ain't eating this heathen shit.
And he gave himself
You
up
know?
to the sword, man.
God, he's
He
about
would
to.
rather die than to eat pork.
God.
Now you got niggas out
Kind
here
of flip
cussing
the
Most-
opposite.
Yeah.
Bring it out. What did he do? The guy,
Cussing the Most High over just to eat some fucking pork when you got our ancestors that would rather give up the life, give up the spirit than to eat pork.
See,
man.
and that's why it was heavy you were bringing it out earlier, because we're going to go look at both sides of the spectrum. You know, you got the extreme, punk in Babylon eating
both
for,
sides.
and then you got the extreme of Eleazar. Hey, he's ready to die rather than eat pork.
I got a quick
Okay.
step.
You know?
That was Psalms 116:15. Precious in the sight of Yahweh is the death of his saints.
Con. It's precious, and what the word precious means rare. So it actually is going to be rare too, but it will happen to some of the prophets.
This
Go
is
ahead.
Sirach chapter 7 verse 17. Humble thy soul greatly, for the vengeance of the ungodly is fire and worms.
Con. There you go. The vengeance of the ungodly is fire and burn.
man.
You know?
For show and tell.
Go ahead and read 20 out.
Now, 2 Maccabees 6:20. As it behooved them to come that are resolute to stand out against such things as are not lawful for love of life to be tasted. Verse 21. But they that had the charge of that wicked feast,
God, it's a wicked thing to eat that pork, Least in the commandments, least in the kingdom, all right?
for the old acquaintance they had with the man, taking him aside, besought him to bring flesh of his own provision, such as was lawful for him to use, and make it as if he did eat of the flesh,
So it was
taken from the
deception,
sacrifice commanded by the king.
Some people had favor on him, and they're like, hey, let's come give you some beef. Just pretend it's pork.
And you know why? You know why that is? Even him whose ways please the Most High, even his enemies shall be at peace with him.
This is a Central Texas doctor removes tapeworm from man's brain after he complained about headaches because he was eating uncooked pork.
There you go. See, the Most High is not playing with these laws, statutes, and commandments.
Normally you like shut him out, man.
God.
In the brain.
The Most High is not playing with his laws, statutes, and commandments. We're in this last days. It's time for y'all, Israel, Jake, to get right, man. You know, and it's all ordained. So you know, the ones that will, and the ones that won't. Go ahead and keep reading that off. This one was just published a couple of days ago on this chapter.
Going on, verse 22. And in doing, he might be delivered from death, and for the old friendship with them, find favor.
God, so they were trying to hook him up. Say, hey, go ahead and just eat this. Pretend it's pork. You know, pretend that you're conforming to the commandment of the king. And what did Eleazar do? Go ahead.
Going on, verse 23. But he began to consider discreetly, and as became his age, and the excellency of his ancient years, and the honor of his gray head, whereunto he was come, and his most honest education from a child,
The truth.
or rather the holy law made and given by the heavenly Father. Therefore he answered according, and willed them straightway to send him to the grave.
So now the brother Eleazar, he started coming back to his right mindset, right? Because it don't sound like a good idea at first, right? Yeah, I'll eat some beef.
Because you got to think, man, he was in his flesh like we are.
Con.
They were threatening to kill him, so he was kind of shook. But he like, man, fuck all that. He got back in the spirit. He like, nah, man, I ain't with that.
Con, he goes back in the spirit. That's how this microchip's going to be, man. Some of you brothers, it might be to attest to the point where you're like Eleazar.
The Spirit just moved
You know what
him,
I'm
man.
saying?
He was like, you know what, fuck it,
God.
man. I'm going to die for a spectacle unto the elect. The elect are going to read this and be moved at it.
God,
For the gray hairs on his head, man.
Con.
Because he knew he was an elder and he knew that he was an example.
And
just like-
exactly, that's what it's getting at. So keep reading, huh? Keep reading.
Going on, verse 25, verse 24. For it becometh not our age, said he, in any wise to dissemble, whereby many young persons might think that Eliezer, being 80 years old and 10, were now gone to a strange religion.
Con, so he was 90 years old when this was happening. And then literally, hey, he came to his right mindset, moved by the Spirit, and was like, nah, man, I'm going to go out like a soldier of Israel, all right? I'm not going to go out like no punk, eat some beef, pretending it's pork, pretending that I'm following this Edomite's laws, you know? No, he endured, man. He became hard to this truth. The Spirit jumped on him. And he said, hey, I'm an example, all right? I'm the one with gray hair, and I got to be an example to these Israelites out here, you know? Con, and then Con,
said, fuck it.
Yeah.
That's a real man. Basically, what you trying to say, man?
God.
That's a real fucking man. That's how an Israelite is supposed to be, man.
Con, go ahead, Ak. 25.
Verse 25, and so they thought, they threw hypocrisy and desire to live a little time and a moment longer should be deceived by me, and I get a stain to mine old age and make it abominable.
Con, because that would be an abominable thing against Yahweh. He came in his right mindset. He said, hey, this ain't worth it just to live a couple more moments. Just to live a couple more moments, you know? Is it worth it? You know what I'm saying? No, he got back in his right mindset, just like us.
It's just like that chip. When that chip comes,
Con.
when you get that chip, it's but for a moment.
Yeah,
Because it's still destined to be destroyed, man. No matter what you do, if you get that chip, you just prolonging your life a little bit longer.
Con. And not only that, you're going to have a grievous sword in your hand. You take that chip. The Bible wrote about it.
Shit,
It's
that
already
sword.
been
Yeah,
written.
not just that, but
That sword,
even
the missile started
pursuing,
falling.
Well, yeah, not only that, yeah, but I'm just saying,
God,
you
even
know,
pursuing to falling out of this truth, man. Like, what are you going back to, man? A few more moments in a fleeting kingdom, man. Like, what are you going back to, man?
God, you
It
gotta,
ain't worth it, man.
It's
you
not
better
worth
pray
it,
and
man.
hope.
When you really weigh it out,
In a
God.
country that's full of debt.
God, you gotta pray and hope that hey, that spirit stays with you like it did with Eleazar.
Yup,
You
'cause
know,
it's all over Yahweh Shem Shah, man.
it's all
not
His
of us.
will. You know,
It's not of us, man.
God. Are you at 26?
Verse 26, for though for the present time I should be delivered from the punishment of men, yet should I not escape the hand of the Almighty, neither alive nor dead.
Because we gotta fear the one who can kill the body and the soul, not just the body. All right. Esau, Edom, these Greeks, these Romans, these Americans, yeah, they can kill your body in the flesh, but they can't touch your soul, man. You know, but on the contrary, Yahweh, hey, he can fuck your soul up, man. He can put you in a state of depression and put a spirit on you to kill yourself. You know,
You back as an ant, a depressed ant.
Yeah, they did an update on it. Everybody in the game had got the dead.
Con. Go ahead, Verse
7. Wherefore now manfully changing this life, I will show myself such an one as mine age requireth.
Con, manfully changing his life.
Being an elder, man, taking responsibility.
God.
That's what it's about.
Con.
He man the F up. It's like, yo, I'm gonna take this death because I would rather die
God.
than to go against my power, man.
Con, you don't want to have a
That's
feminine
what you gotta
spirit in
realize
that day.
too, man. Being in this truth and calling yourself an Israelite. What was one of the things he mentioned? He had mentioned hypocrisy, man, in verse 25. For through his hypocrisy. When you're doing this, man, you're an example unto Israel, man.
Brothers,
Right, everything that you do needs to be an example unto Israel. So if you go off and you're doing things in the flesh that you shouldn't be doing, which you need to check yourself, man. You can't just go doing this stuff and just go unchecked and lead Israel down a destructive path, man.
Our people are sheep. They need a leader, man. That's why the Most High set up Moses and the judges and all the leaders that came after Moses, man. Because our people need to be led because our people are simple, man. You know?
You got to think, man, when we were first coming into this
Jacob
truth,
was simple, man.
you know, there are a lot of things that could have been said to you that might have steered you in the wrong way. Now, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, that didn't happen, or would it have? But you just got to be mindful of that, man.
You gotta harden, you gotta endure, man. There's no way around it. You know, if you're part of this truth, then hey, endure, and then we all may have to face that hour of temptation, you know.
What did Yahweh Shai say? Anybody who doesn't take my cross and follow up after me isn't worthy to be mine.
Con. On any condition.
And if you think about it, if Eleazar didn't seek the death to take it, man, he might not even been wrote about, man. Because it wouldn't have been an uplift, man.
Con.
It would have been a tale to steer away instead of.
He would have been a Judas Iscariot.
He would have been an example of what not to do as opposed to what to do, man.
Con.
At the very best.
Like some of the wicked kings in the book of the Kings, man.
Right.
Going on verse 29, right?
28, I think.
Verse 28, and leave a notable example to such as be young, right? To leave an example to the young. It says, to die willingly and courageously for the honorable and holy laws. And when he had said these words, immediately he went to the torment.
So right now, he went to the torment, man. He was ready to die for the truth. He was ready to die for the truth.
He didn't tarry with the decision. He just walked straight into it.
Con. 29.
Verse 29. They that led him, changing the good will, they bear him a little after into hatred.
A little before
into hatred, because the foresaid speeches proceeded, as they thought, from a desperate mind, or madness or pride.
I thought he was crazy.
Yeah. Verse 30. But, and that's what they think about us, man. That woman that was walking her dog, the dog was running over here trying to get over here, and I heard her say too, real quietly, "Come on, leave the crazies alone," and pulled it away.
And yeah, that's beautiful too, because hey,
We'll be that. We'll be a
when they persecute us, hey, because guess who's gonna have the last laugh?
Yeah.
Who's gonna laugh at destruction? And it sure ain't that bitch, you know.
Verse 30. But, and that's how you know you're doing something right, man, because you should be looked at a particular way. You should be hated on for
we're supposed to rejoice when we're persecuted, you know.
Verse 30. But when he was ready to die with stripes, he groaned and said, "It is manifest unto the heavenly Father that hath the holy knowledge, that whereas I might have been delivered from death, I now endure sore pains in body by being beaten, but in soul am well content to suffer these things, because I fear him."
He entered into that spiritual world, and his body had to take some pain, You know?
It's only for a moment.
But
man.
his spirit was so
Temporary.
built
I
up,
got
man.
you. I got a piece of right quick.
And see, if you have to endure something like this, because we know through the prophecy somebody has to. Look at Eliezer, man. He was so built up in the spirit that it didn't even bother him, man.
Go look
And
at
we
the
were
seven
mentioning
brothers.
that.
The seven
Look
brothers.
at
Yep,
Stephen
seven brothers.
in Acts. Stephen in Acts.
Yep,
Hey,
yep.
his face shone like an angel when they put him to
I got a
death.
precept for you.
And then he fell asleep. You know?
This is
calmly.
My bad.
Go ahead.
This is 2 Corinthians chapter 4 and 17. For our light affliction, Eleazar knew that was a light affliction, man, because he knew he was about to go to the heaven world.
He knew the truth.
Yep.
You know?
Which is but for a moment, working for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight
Because
of
real
glory.
quick, sorry. But hey, the men who don't know this truth in that situation,
hope.
they're going to be screaming and fighting death and
they-
fighting.
they gonna
you know.
bleed. They don't know.
But the
They
men
don't
of the
know.
Lord, hey, we're going to endure, man. You're going to take that punishment or that
What does the scripture
death.
tell you, man? All them that shall live godly in Yahweh HaMashiach shall suffer persecution, man. So we already got our minds stayed on, hey, man, Yahweh shall suffer, so we're going to have to suffer as well, whatever it may be. But we know the Most High is going to give us the spirit to endure that, man.
It was like I
He
did a
that
sit down on it.
endureth to the end, the same shall be saved.
Yep.
Yep. It was like I did a sit down on it when on the Game of Thrones. There was a part where one of the guys was about to be put to death, and somebody was trying to get him to sell out. You know, and he replied to him. He laughed, and he was like, "Man, you think I'm afraid of death?" He's like, "I accepted a death a long time ago when I made the decision to become a soldier, man." And that's really coming into this.
That's the
thing, man.
mindset you need to be in.
And even
as an
nowadays,
Israelite.
that's the mindset of all these grunts going overseas, man. The first couple weeks you're over there fearing for your life, but after you're just like, fuck it.
And
If I
they're-
die.
And
They
they're
ain't
doing it
coming
for
back
Esau,
neither,
man.
the ones that are out there.
How much more should you be willing to die for Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man?
Exactly.
How much more should you be willing to go across enemy lines and be a human body shield for Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man?
I got one more verse. Verse 18. While we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen, for the things which are seen are temporal or temporary. But the things which are not seen are eternal. So that little affliction that we're gonna go through, that shit is temporary, man, compared to eternity, man.
We're keeping our eye on the prize, right?
Yup, the vision, man.
We have that. Our reward is not yet come. Like these heathen and these Jake, hey, they've already received their reward. You
Yup.
know. But
The
us, hey,
consolation, man.
we ain't thinking about this
We
place.
don't want shit from this place, man. We just want to get our daily bread.
We talked about that on the way up
and
here,
just get through just get through this time and patiently wait upon Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Then we can live in the kingdom, man. Because our life is here with Yahweh
This is
Shai.
temporal, man. We're looking at eternity. Eternal. Go ahead, Ak.
Let me bring this one out because it's going perfect with what you're speaking on.
Bring it out.
This is Tobit, chapter 4, verse 21. And fear not, my son, that we are made poor, for thou hast much wealth, if thou fear the Most High, and depart from all sin, and do that which is pleasing in His sight.
God. So in your sight, we're foolish. In your sight, we're crazy, like the lady said, you know. But in Yahweh's sight, hey, this is a delight. This is pleasing to Yahweh.
Hey,
This
see,
is the
see,
most beautiful thing happening in Colorado right now.
That's the only thing that matters, man, is doing what's pleasing in the sight of the Most High. Fuck what these people got to say, fuck their opinions or how they feel. Look at how these people live, man. Why should we give a fuck about what these people have to say about us? They cool with homosexuals and lesbians and transgenders and
that's
eating
right.
abominable foods and child molesters and fucking men fucking having sex with animals, man. They cool with all that. So why would you care about these degenerates? Opinion, man. It don't fucking matter. All that matters is
Reprobates.
is being approved in the sight of the Most High, man.
Reprobate. And you know,
That's all that matters, man.
God, we have no dealings with them, you know.
You know what I'm saying? Hey,
Go ahead and finish that last verse, Ak.
can't tell me shit. You out here fucking a horse. I don't want to hear that shit.
Trying to go home.
Verse 31.
And thus this man died, leaving his death for an example of a noble courage and a memorial and virtue, not only to young men, but unto all nations.
A what? A memorial? A thing to be remembered, man.
God,
You know what I'm
meaning
saying?
remembered, meaning don't listen to this Christian who tells you, go ahead and eat the pig.
So, like, let me rephrase that last piece.
Read it out, read it out, bring it out again.
I'll just read the whole thing.
Yeah.
Verse 31, it says, and thus this man died, leaving his death for an example of a noble courage and a memorial of virtue, not only unto young men, but unto all his nation.
God. So whose death was more noble and virtuous? Eleazar or Kobe Bryant? You know? No, it's going to be Eleazar. You know,
We're reading about it thousands of years later, right?
I got a
Started off
precept
as
for
a
you.
different famous person.
God,
I got a
God.
precept for you.
God. So who's noble? Like I'm gonna say it again. Whose death was more noble, Eleazar or Kobe Bryant?
Eleazar, because fuck Kobe,
Hey,
man.
these words
see
are
what
binding
I'm saying?
forever, man. We're still teaching about a wise
Great man.
man's death, man, because he sucked it up, man. Hey, a couple years from now, 50, if the world was to continue, people forget about fucking Kobe, man.
God.
He dribbled the fucking basketball. Fuck that dude, man.
This is Romans 15. Romans 15:4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that through patience and comfort of the scriptures, through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. That we, through patience and comfort of the scriptures, might have hope. And that's why all these things are written, man. You see?
God. Showing you that these laws, statutes, and commandments are still in effect, unlike these heathen tell you. You know?
Let me get 2 Corinthians 15. Just on that one, bumping the shot. I'm just making that spirit. I ain't got nothing. Y'all do yourself, bring what y'all need to bring out. Let's see what comes out.
Let me get my 3 seconds.
Let's
Second Ezra.
15:1.
You want the whole thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you we're gonna stop at 19.
14, 15.
So we just gonna see what come out through the spirit, man. So hey, these times we're living in are serious times, man. You see, judgment is going out on a great level. Kobe Bryant just got toasted in a helicopter crash.
I already got 4
It's really
messages
cracking
from
me up,
people
man.
telling me Kobe Bryant died.
That nigga's dead crispy right now. You know what I'm saying? The coronavirus is now, it has 4 cases in the US. It started in China. You see? Thousands upon millions of people has this disease, man. And this is all judgment coming forth from Yahweh Shem Yahushua, because this is the time when the Most High is about to unleash great wrath upon the planet Earth.
God.
Yeah, we might go into this every week, but this is the times that we're living in, man.
God,
You
and
people, oh my
sorry.
bad.
It's all through the spirit. You know, none of us was gonna plan on speaking on Kobe Bryant today.
Hey.
You know, it's all through the spirit.
And
man.
the truth is going to be repetitive, man. You want to be entertained, man? Go fucking watch a movie or something, man.
So hey, man, judgment, great judgment. We're in the time of great judgment going forth now. Like no one of us up here expected Kobe Bryant to be dead today. That was the last thing on our
during
mind.
camp.
And
Nobody even thought of
during
Kobe
camp.
today, man.
And that just shows you the power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And more you celebrities and you 2/3 Jakes are about to receive great judgment, man. Because you refuse to take heed to the word of the Most High, man. Let me get a 2 Corinthians 15 bubble shot.
Con. This is 2 Esdras 15:1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord.
So this is what we have been commanded to do, man. To come out here on the highways and byways, to do our sit downs, to continually blow that trumpet. Can I get that real quick? This shit, I said, watching upon thy walls, O Jerusalem.
Isaiah 60.
So hey, man, we have been set up to stand upon that watch and blow that trumpet, man. To do as the Most High commanded us to do, to preach His words, instant, in season, and out of season, man. Because great judgment is coming upon this planet Earth, man. Whether you people want to believe or not, we already seen it take place. Earthquakes, pestilence, famines, rumors of wars, volcanoes erupting. All these are signs, you see, of Yahweh's second coming.
Hey, let me just through the spirit. Let me read this because it kind of fits in what we've been saying. But this is the Kobe's name meaning. It means the name Kobe comes from a city in Japan notable for the origin of Kobe beef. We were talking about. I just said beef, you know. But also said Ko, which meaning God, and B meaning door, which may also fit since the city of Kobe was built around a shrine which opened the doors to Japanese gods. And we've been going in on these false gods, you know?
So he was a false guy, man.
He was a false god with that name.
Nigga idolized his ass as if he was a god. He couldn't stop his ass from burning up in that helicopter crash.
Wearing them on t-shirts, plastered on their walls.
Kids on the playground playing basketball talking about Kobe.
Yup.
Made him a
You got it,
god,
bro.
man.
You got it, bro.
Isaiah 62:6. I have set watchmen upon thy walls,
We
O
are-
Jerusalem.
And we are those watchmen, man. We are the ones the Most High is commissioned to go preach His word, man. You see, instant, in season, and out of season. Go ahead, bro.
Which shall never hold their peace, day nor night. Ye that make mention of the Lord, keep not silence,
Yup.
and give him no rest till he establish and till he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth.
So we have been commanded to give the Most High no rest day or night. We're not going to hold our peace, man. We see something come out, we're going to filter it through the scriptures and bring it out as we have been commanded to do, man. Because that's what watchmen do. They always are keeping watch, man. You see? We not finna fall asleep on our watch, man. We have been given a job to do, and that's what we have been. That's what we're doing, man.
This is verse 2. and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true.
Talking about the Holy Bible, man. Cause them to be written in paper because they are faithful and true. All these prophecies that the Most High said is going to happen, they're going to happen because the Most High doesn't lie, man. Everything he says is going to happen is going to take place on this planet Earth. The Most High is about to send great wrath, man, and we see that happening already, man, with this coronavirus, man. That shit is running rampant through the earth right now, man. You see? That's judgment from Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and it's only going to get worse as time progresses, man. You see, it's only going to continue to ramp up, man. You see, more earthquakes are going to erupt. More earthquakes are going to erupt. More volcanoes are going to erupt. More earthquakes are going to happen, man. Famine is going to hit, man. You people just run around here and just eat, you see? Because it's convenient unto you, but the time is coming where it's going to be a food shortage, man. And you people not going to be able to eat for days, man. You're going to lose your minds. That's the judgment that Most High is bringing upon this planet Earth, man. Go ahead, bro.
Before I get into it, they say death by the sword is better than death by the famine, man. Fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee.
It's like the old Edomite bitch that walked over here with her dog. So, oh no, leave the crazies alone. We don't give a fuck about what that bitch think, man. You see? We don't care about what she think, because at the end of the day, we know her judgment is death, man. Her judgment is to receive some type of horrendous judgment from Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. We don't care about what you people have to say about us, man, especially you Israelites, because we are doing as our Father has commanded us to do, man, while you out here trying to live as the heathen, man. You see? Go ahead, bro.
For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness.
For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Talking about 2/3 of you Israelites, man. You man that was in this truth and fell out, you're going to die in your unfaithfulness, man. All you Jason who have heard this word, you see? All you Jason who have heard this word and turned your nose up and pulled away the shoulder, you're going to die in your unfaithfulness. And I can guarantee you Kobe Bryant has heard this word, man. That's why his ass is crispy on the side of a highway right now, man. You see? That's why, because I can guarantee you he done heard this word before, man. Go ahead, bro.
You know, he probably was told
You
he's
got
an
it, bro.
Israelite.
He's
been told he's
Yeah, he been told he's an Israelite. He probably fanned his hand or stuck his nose up or pulled away the shoulder. Now his ass is out there in the helicopter crash, man. Dead.
It would have been like Moses just keep walking when he saw the burning bush. You know? That's Kobe. If he would just kept walking.
Go ahead, bro.
Isaiah 4:4. When the Lord shall have washed away the filth of the daughters of Zion, and shall have purged the blood of Jerusalem from the midst thereof by the spirit of judgment and by the spirit of burning.
By the spirit of judgment, by the spirit of burning, man. The Most High is going to put you Jakes in order, man. You see? You Jakes that's walking around here acting like you tough, the Most High is about to send this great wrath and you will have no hedge, man. When all hell breaks loose in this place, you are going to receive a great judgment, man. You see? And that's what's coming. This is what the Most High is preparing, man. He's putting everybody in their lot, man. You niggas out here cussing the Most High out over pork. You been putting your lot to be a 2/3, man. You see? Everything is happening all according to the will of the Most High, and these prophecies are about to hit even harder, man. It's gonna be like a blow to the sternum soon come, man. You see? Go ahead, bro.
Verse 5. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction.
The Most High said he's going to bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction, man. And then when you read what Yahweh says, he said great pestilence as well, man. And that's what we see happening with this coronavirus. You see? And it's going to continue to ramp up, man. These people just walking around here with no care in the world, as if ain't shit going on in the world. And you're going to be caught unawares, man. That's why I said the day of the Lord shall be as a thief in the night, man. You see? And you people are going to be caught with your pants around your ankles, man. You see, especially you Israelites, man, especially 2/3 of you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. You see? The Most High said he's going to bring the sword, famine, death, and destruction upon the earth. And why did he say he's going to bring it, bro?
Reading on, verse 6. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled.
For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth. Look at the way the earth is being ran, man, and look at the shit that you people promote and uphold here in society as it is today, man. You uphold the LGBTQ, you uphold the eating abominable foods, you uphold pedophilia, you uphold deceit and lies and robbery, man. Everything in this place is perverse. You see? Everything that's going on this planet Earth right now is complete wickedness, man. And you people have it, love to have it so, man. You see? You don't want righteousness to flourish on the earth, man. That's why you come up against the men of the Lord, man. Trying to say we all type of terrorists and shit, but it's actually you people, man. It's beginning with you Edomites. You see, you're the top terrorist nation on the planet Earth, man.
That's right.
You see? So because wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth. The Most High is about to bring sword, famine, death, and destruction, man. As a means of what? As a means of judgment, because a whole lot of people is about to die soon come, man. A whole lot of you people about to receive a great judgment from Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 7, therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness.
That's why he has his prophets out here prophesying, man. This is the Most High not holding his tongue, man. That's why he told us what? To
Cry aloud, spirit not.
what the brother just read in Isaiah, that I have set watchmen upon that wall that shall not hold that peace day and night, man. You see, that's the Most High not touching this, not holding his tongue, touching your righteousness, man. We're gonna tell you about yourself. We're gonna tell you, Jakes, that you're going off by following the ways of the heathen. We're gonna tell you, heathen, that you have great judgment coming because you're wicked, man. And beginning with you Edomites, man. You see?
Bring this. This is Jeremiah chapter 44, verse 4. How about Shalaka. Howbeit I sent unto you all my servants the prophets, rising early and sending them, saying, Oh, do not this abominable thing that I hate.
Yep.
But they hearken not, nor incline their ear to turn away from their wickedness, to burn no incense unto other gods.
So that the Most High has sent his prophets before all hell breaks loose, man. He always has sent his prophets, man. Can somebody give me Jeremiah 28, Nate, real quick, Baba Kushah? The Most High has always sent his prophets to tell you what was about to happen before it happened, man. That's the Most High having mercy upon his people, man. That's the Most High having mercy upon you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, to give you a chance to repent. You see, so you can't say he unfair, man. But the prophets have been out here for decades, man, telling you that this is coming. And now we're starting to see these things come to pass, and you Jakes will be without a coat for your sins, man. Go ahead, bro.
This is Matthew 24, and I'm going to start at verse 27. For as lightning cometh out of the east, and shineth even unto the west,
All right, go ahead, bro.
so shall... Oh, it's lucky, brother. You want me to keep going?
You pulling that for me?
No.
You got it. Oh, you got it.
It says, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For whosoever, for wheresoever the carcass is, there will the eagles be gathered together.
And that's going into what, man? This is going into the angels coming with Yahweh Shai. Wherever the carcasses are, that's talking about the nation of Israel. That's where they should be gathered together, man. Because our people are still in that dead state, man. They're still in that dumbed down, dry bone state, man. You see? Right. And wherever they are, judgment is going to be going forth, man, because you have 2/3 all throughout the earth, just like you have the remnant of the elect of Israel all throughout the earth. You see?
Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon not give her light.
Hold on, bro. Hold that. Let me get Jeremiah. Somebody give me Jeremiah 30:7 and Daniel 12:1.
Did you want the Jeremiah 28?
Can you hold that?
I got Jeremiah.
I'm grab you. I'll hold that Daniel too, and then I'll finish what I'm reading.
This is Jeremiah 30:7.
Matter of fact, saw that for about yourself.
Jeremiah 30:4. And these are the words that the Lord spake concerning Israel and concerning Judah.
So this is addressed to you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. Listen to what the Most High has to say about you and the tribulation that's coming upon you, man.
Verse 5. For thus saith Yahweh, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace.
We have heard a voice of trembling and fear and not of peace, man. You people have been deceived as thinking peace is about to come to the earth. That's the furthest thing that's about to happen, man. You see, that's the furthest thing from the truth, man. You see? Go ahead, bro.
Ask ye now, and see whether a man doth travail with child.
So go and ask, can a man have a child? Can a man have birth pains?
Wherefore
Yeah.
do I see every man with his hands on his loins as a woman in travail?
Why is it like these men out here about to have children, man? Why are they bent over holding their loins, man? Why is it happening, bro?
And all faces are turned into paleness.
Scared, shook. You see? Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, looking like pregnant women, man.
God.
Who are giving birth.
Yup.
God. Alas, this is verse 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble.
It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, man. When you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans are going to receive a great judgment from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man. But he shall be saved out of it. It's talking about the remnant of Israel, man. The ones that are prophesied to receive that salvation, man. That's who's going to be saved out of it. Maybe that's Daniel 12:1. My bad.
But he shall be saved out of it.
But he shall be saved out of it. Talking about the elect, the remnant of Israel, man. Go ahead, bro. And then jump back to what you said.
This is Daniel 12:1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people.
And that lets you know how great this time is about to be, man. That Michael, the archangel, you see, the angel under Yahweh Shai is going to have to stand up and defend us in this time that we're coming into, man. This is not a fucking game. You see? This is nothing to play with, man. A great judgment from the Most High is about to happen. Way worse than anything that has ever been upon this planet Earth, man. Go ahead, bro.
And there shall be a time of trouble,
What?
such as never was since there was a nation.
So, hey, man, the flood don't compare to this, man. 70 AD don't compare to this. The transatlantic slave trade don't compare to this time that we're about to come into, man. Egypt don't nothing on this planet Earth in the history of the earth compares to the time of Jacob's trouble that's about to happen, man. And all you heathen nations are going to be caught up in it, man. You see? Yeah, it's for the Israelites to receive that chastisement from the Most High, but you heathen nations are going to be caught up in it too. Go ahead, bro.
Going on. Even to that same time, and at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book.
That's the ones who, that's what it says in Jeremiah 30:7, man. But he shall be saved out of it, man. The ones who are written in the book of life is the remnant of Israel that's prophesied to return unto their power, man. And that's what you see us doing, because we're doing this in hopes to receiving that salvation, because we read these scriptures and we don't want no parts of Jacob's trouble, man. Yeah, we're going to catch hell, we're going to be chastised, but not to the extent of 2/3 of you Jakes, man. You see? So go ahead to what you had, bro.
What's going on? Matthew 24 and verse 29. Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven.
So after what tribulation? After the tribulation of Jacob's trouble, man. You see? After the tribulation of Jacob's trouble, after all hell is breaking loose, what's going to happen, bro?
And the powers of the heavens shall be shaken.
Talking about you elites, man. And you already should. That's why you got Trump coming out talking about we have to denounce the prophets of doom. You see? Who is he talking about? He's talking about the men of the Lord that's telling you that this place is going down, man. You see, you might see us out here, man. You hear what we telling you, you know it's true. You are bothered in your spirit, man. You losing sleep at night. You see? You're frustrated because you can't do shit about it. You see, because at the end of the day, you are moving according to the will of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. You are in the trick bag, man. Everything you do from this point out and for its prophecy, man. You come up against the men of the Lord and for its prophecy. You try to stop us from pushing this word on YouTube, and it causes the famine of the word, man. Whatever you do, it's all according to the will of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and it moves us closer to your destruction, and you waking up in the kingdom of heaven, 1,000 years a slave, man. You see?
And real quick, a point. When Yahweh created the earth, hey, he spake it, and it happened. You know. Now the brother was talking about speaking this truth. Hey, the more we speak this truth, the more these prophecies will be fulfilled.
That's why everything happening so quick, man. You see what happened at the beginning of the year? That shit popped. That was the bang of the year.
Boom.
You know what I'm saying? As soon as 2020 came in, what happened? Assassination of Qasem Soleimani, and everything wrapped up from there, man. You see? And now you got the coronavirus. Now you got Kobe Bryant dead. Crispy.
So they can build up their
Go ahead, bro.
This is a quick step. I still got more on the other one.
You got it?
This is 1 Corinthians 15 and 24. Then cometh the end, when he shall have delivered up the kingdom to power, even the Father, when he shall have put down all rule and all authority and power.
And that's what Yahweh Shai is coming to do, man. All you heathen nations that's in rulership, beginning with you Edomites, Yahweh Shai is coming to take this shit over, man. And it ain't finna, it's gonna be a hostile takeover, man. You see? It ain't finna be no, he gonna come down and sit to the table with you and have some diplomatic talks, man. Yahweh Shai is coming back in the power and strength of the Heavenly Father, man. To do the will of the Heavenly Father, man. To put all you heathen nations down, beginning with you Edomites, man. You see?
I got a quick step. Matthew 10 and 34, Yahweh Shai speaking. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth.
Look at that. Think not that I come to send peace on earth. And this is the red letter, man. So what are you Christians talking about that the Messiah is coming back to bring peace? This Jesus Christ character that you people believe in, talking about this peace, this, and peace, that. Well, the scriptures don't say that, man. That's not what's written. Let's read that one more time, bro.
Think not that I am come to send peace on earth.
Think not that I come to send peace on earth. What did he come to bring, bro?
I came not to send peace, but a sword.
Yahweh Shai said, I come not to bring peace, but a sword, meaning what? He's coming back to cast judgment upon the earth, man.
War.
Matter of fact, let me get Isaiah 66 and 15, Baba Kashah.
I'm already on it. I was going to say.
Oh, you got it. You got it. That's a spirit.
Right, boy.
That's a spirit.
You want 15?
Come on, start at 15. Bubba.
For behold, the Lord will come with fire and with his chariots like a whirlwind to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire.
So Yahweh Shai is coming back to render his anger with fury and flames of fire, man, with the heavenly chariots, and with the angels driving the chariots, what you call the so-called UFOs, man. Yahweh Shai is coming back to do judgment, man, to cast out judgment according to the will of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. He's coming to do the will of the heavenly Father, man.
I had a step. I was going to bring out this and lay it back up.
All right,
Just
okay,
anyway.
okay.
This is the next verse. It's 66:16. For by fire and by his sword.
For by fire and by his sword, that not I come to bring peace. I come not to bring peace, but a sword. Go ahead, bro.
For by his fire and by the sword will the Lord plead with all flesh.
And when you go into that word plead, it means to judge, man. Yahweh Shai is coming back to judge flesh, man. He's coming back to judge you wicked ass people, man. You see? Go ahead, bro.
And the slain of the Lord shall be many.
And the slain of the Lord shall be many. And it tells you in Jeremiah that in that day shall the slain of the Lord be from one end of the earth to the other end of the earth. The brother just read, just like the lightning flash from the east to the west. That's how Yahweh Shai is coming back. He's coming back from the east to the west. And as he moves towards Babylon the Great, he will be slaying people, man. Judgment is going out, man.
God, and are the Christians in that day, are they still going to say, God is good all the time? God is good all the time.
He's going to be good to the remnant. He's going to be good to the elect,
God.
man. But everybody else outside of that number, hey, you got judgment coming, man. You see?
God, I got it, sir.
You got it, bro.
Nahum 2 and 3. The shield of his mighty man is made red. The valiant men are in scarlet. The chariots shall be with flaming torches in the day of his preparation.
Hey, the chariot shall be with flaming torches, meaning what? They're going to be shooting laser beams on you people, man. Zapping y'all niggas, man. You want an illustration of that? Go watch The War of the Worlds, man. You see, go watch that. That'll give you a good illustration of what's about to happen, man. Your ass was turned to the goddamn
Mist.
people dust. You know what I'm saying? Goddamn dust, man.
Mars attacks.
Yeah, bro.
And the fir trees shall be terribly shaken.
Yup. The whole earth is going to shake at the presence of Yahweh Shai when he cracked them clouds, man. Everybody's going to shake, man.
Showing you it's not a regular ground chariot, right? Because those don't make fir trees shake.
Nope.
You know?
You people, these cars, these are modern day chariots right here, man. Look, that car just rolled past that tree. Is that tree shaking? You know what I'm saying?
God.
That's come on, man.
God.
So when Yahweh Shai cracked them clouds, man, the whole earth is going to shake at the presence of Yahweh Shai, man. And every knee shall bow, man.
Because it'll be fast moving, man.
Yup,
You
go ahead, bro.
ain't fighting
Verse
this
4.
thing,
Nahum 2 and 4. The chariots shall rage in the streets.
Woo!
They shall jostle one against another in the broadways.
Yup.
They shall seem like torches. They shall run like the lightnings.
See, hey, they're going to be quick, man.
This
They're
car
going to be
can't
quick.
run like lightning.
They're going to be quick, man. Going back and to and fro on the earth, zapping and judging and beaming up the elect, man. You see?
I'm just holding that Jeremiah.
All right,
Yeah.
yeah.
I got second verse too.
This is going on Matthew 24 and verse 30. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn.
We just speaking on that now. The sign of the Son of Man in heaven is the Yahweh Shai coming on that big ass chariot, man. You see? And every eye shall see him, man. You see? And all the tribes of the earth are going to mourn at the sight of Yahweh Shai, man. You see? Because they know that what we have been, they're going to know in that day that everything we have been telling you was the truth, man. And now all you people have to do now is face your judgment, man. It ain't going to be no escape. You see?
And they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven
The clouds of heaven are the chariots, man. The so-called UFOs.
with power and great glory.
With power and great glory. Yahweh Shai ain't coming back to be no docile lamb like he came the first time, man. Yahweh Shai is coming back as
He's not going to meet him as a man.
He's coming back as a conquering lion of the tribe of Judah, man. You see, and great power, man. The power that the Most High has given unto him. Right. Yeah, bro.
And he shall send his angels with the great sound of a trumpet,
Yep.
and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to another.
And this is what's about to happen, man. Yahweh Shai is coming back to gather his remnant, man. But before all that takes place, all hell is going to break loose on this planet Earth, man. You got some more on that, bro?
Con.
You got it, bro.
Verse 32. Now learn the parable of the fig tree. When his branch is yet tender and putteth forth leaves, yet knoweth that summer is nigh.
That's talking about watching for these signs, man. You see, watching for the signs and things that Yahweh Shai told us will be happening in the earth, and we see them happening, man. You see, everything that's happening is a sign that Yahweh Shai has told us to watch for, to measure the time diligently in itself, man.
Us being out here is an insight.
Yep, it's a sign. This us, because it tells you about that in Ezekiel 37 that the valley of dry bones will stand upon their feet in the exceeding great army, man. And that's what you see happen. Go ahead, bro.
So likewise, ye, when ye shall see all these things, know that it is near, even at thy doors.
It's at the door, man. It's closer than you people believe, man. It's closer than when we believe, man. You see? The time of Yahweh Shai's second coming is very, 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 very close, man. And things are just speeding up. It's already the end of fucking January, man. The first month of the year is almost done, man. You see?
Let me get a quick precept.
You got it, bro.
So Isaiah chapter 34, verse 8, for it is the day of the Lord's vengeance and the year of recompense for the controversy of Zion.
Read that one more time, my bad, bro.
For it is the day of the Lord's vengeance.
It's the day of the Lord's vengeance, man. All this, oh, go ahead, you got it. Go ahead, you got it.
And the year of recompense from the controversy of Zion.
So all this is about to happen for what you nations have done unto the Israelites, man. You see, the Most High is coming back to judge the world for what you have done unto the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And the nation that's going to receive the top judgment are you Edomites, man. That's why this place is going to be completely destroyed from the east to the west, man. Nothing to be left, nothing to be recognized. You won't even know where one state started and another state ended, man.
That's right.
See? That's the type of judgment the Most High is about to send for what you have done unto his chosen people. Beginning with the remnant, man. Beginning with the elect. You see? You have some more on that, bro?
All the elements are going to be burned with fervent heat.
Yup.
Verse 9, and the streams thereof shall be turned into pitch.
The streams that shall be turned into pitch. And how is that going to be made possible, man? By way of those 200 million thermonuclear missiles that's going to rain down from the skies, man. Turning everything into pitch, tar, man. You see? Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, bro.
And the dust thereof into brimstone.
The dust thereof into brimstone, man.
And the land thereof shall become burning pitch.
The land thereof shall become burning pitch from fucking the east coast of America to the west coast of America.
That's a lake of
and
fire,
everything in between. The lake of fire, man. This is what you people are standing in right now. And you people are the kindling, man. You're gonna be the fuel. You're gonna be that. You're gonna be that kindling for the missiles when they fall, man. You see? Go ahead, bro.
Verse 10, it shall not be quenched night or day.
It shall not be. And you can go read that in Revelation, man. The smoke in this place is gonna rise
Forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
My
that's
bad.
what-
It's going to be an astonishment, man.
God, that nuclear energy
Another example, man.
burns on and on. It
You
don't
might, hey
stop.
son, you see that burning pile of ashes?
Yup. You got it, bro.
This place is going to be a memorial, you know?
You got it now.
It shall not be quenched night nor day.
This place is gonna burn for a long time, man.
The smoke thereof shall go up forever,
Yup.
from generation to
It,
generation.
it doesn't mean this place is gonna burn forever, but the remembrance of this place is gonna burn in the minds of all the people of the earth, just like Sodom and Gomorrah, man.
But
That
you
place
would-
is still being talked about.
And even with that being said, you will have smoke for a long time. Because
Yeah.
even these, when a building burns down, man, it'll be days afterwards
It's
that
still
smoke's
gonna
still
smoke.
coming.
Because you gotta understand,
And
man.
it's got to purify the land,
You
too.
gotta understand, man. You gotta understand all this construction, all this shit that's flammable here, that's gonna be on fire. This place, every building, every roadway, every car, everything here in America is gonna be completely destroyed by fire. And as all this shit is being burned and melted away, that smoke is gonna ascend for a long time, man.
Hey, Japan
Well,
got
forever,
too.
Because you see
Because-
people catch on fire, what do? They run around, they start falling on the ground, everything catching up, bro.
Well, nuclear energy literally burns forever. It's ongoing. Like when you have a nuclear-powered submarine, you don't have to recharge that thing because it's nuclear.
Yeah.
It just keeps going. You know what I'm saying?
And,
Go ahead, bro.
and in that nation, Chernobyl, they're not even habitable for 23,000 years, man.
You got it, bro.
From generation to generation, it shall lie waste.
From generation to generation, this place is gonna lie waste, man. You see? Go ahead.
None shall pass through it forever and ever.
Hey,
No
no
one's
one,
getting free.
after this destruction happens to America, no one ever will live in this place ever again, man.
That's
Right!
Hey, that's gonna be a blessing, man.
Let me get that Jeremiah 28.
Because Esau's defiled this land,
Yeah,
man.
this shit.
This
before,
was once
before
a
they
beautiful
came over
place.
here, it was a paradise, man.
Could you imagine what this looked like when Gad was in rulership? man?
Trees everywhere, with no goddamn concrete, with none of this bullshit,
Animals.
man.
Now you go walk over here in the woods, and you're gonna hit trails that says private property.
Yep.
The whole mountain might even be private property.
Yeah, they may have it
Really
closed out.
Hey, this is Jeremiah 28:8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence.
That's what we prophesy about. But when they call us the prophets of doom, that's what the true prophets were doing, man. Telling you that great destruction is coming. That's what we're telling you, man. Of pestilence, all these viruses happening, man. You see, this is all what the prophets will be doing, man. The true prophets will be how about Shem Yahushua, and this is what you see us doing out here. So you go with that 2 Corinthians 15.
I got
We're doing our job as the true prophets will be doing, man. Prophesying you the death, downfall, destruction of America as a true prophet will be doing. A false prophet is going to tell you what? Peace is coming. You can prosper in America. America's going to go on forever. America's going to be great again. Well, that's not what's written, man. You see? That's the doctrine of a false prophet, man. That's a prophet that has told you a false dream, man. A vision of his own mind. You got it?
I got one sentence through, so I'm just going to restart. The verse, 2nd Esdras 15 and 8 right here. I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent.
And that's talking about the lifestyle that you people live, man. The way you people live is completely adverse to Yahweh by Shem Yahushua, man. The shit that you uphold, the shit that you condone and allow to happen. Yeah. Everything that you allow to happen is completely against the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. But they'll come and tell you what? Oh, we're a God-fearing country. We believe in the Bible, but the scriptures tell you that's a lie, man. You see, because you cast the words of the Most High behind you, man. Because the scriptures tell you if you was really a law abiding, or if you was abiding by the laws of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, every time you would see a homo, you would put him to death according to the law. If this law, if the Bible was the law of the land, man. You see, people out here committing adultery, you promote that shit, you're supposed to be put to death. You caught stealing, you're supposed to pay back double, man. You commit murder, you're supposed to be put to death. You're not supposed to be on no damn death row. You see? You're supposed to be 45 years in jail. You commit death, you're supposed to be put to death, man. That's what the law says. But that shit doesn't happen. Why? Because you people don't believe in the Bible, man. You cast the words of the Most High behind you because you hate instruction, man.
And he sounds a hypocrite because he'll denounce the prophets of doom, but yeah, he's the one who created the doomsday clock.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Go ahead, bro. Yep.
Innocent and righteous blood crieth
He's a hypocrite.
unto me, and their souls and the souls of the just complain continually.
And that's what we doing, man. We constantly complaining to the Most High, begging him to abide the ball, man. You know what I'm saying? To destroy this place, to deliver us from this place, man. Praying that he's sending Yahweh Shai back, man. Praying that his prophecy is going to pass even faster, man. You see? We crying, we get on the Most High's nerves, man. You see? Constantly crying out, just like he told you what we were doing in Ezekiel chapter 9, man. Put a mark upon the forehead of the men that signed that crime for all the abominations that we done in the midst of, man. 2/3 of Israel ain't doing that. They too busy out here trying to live as these damn heathen, man.
They're too busy mourning Kobe Bryant right now.
Yeah, man. We want the hey, fuck Kobe. He'll be good in the kingdom, man. He'll be back. He good now. He'll be back good now. Shit. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 9, and therefore saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them.
He said he's gonna avenge us, just like that brother just read, man. This is the vengeance of the Most High for the controversy of Zion, man. You see? This brother crazy. You can't just like, you know what I'm saying?
That's how
It's cold, but it ain't too cold, but it's still, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead, bro.
Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter.
Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. Who they being led by, man? These false leaders, man. MLK, Jesse Jackson, Kobe Bryant, your Reverend Al Sharpton, man. You see, been led in the way, and you forgot your resting place, which is Yahweh by Shem Yahushua, man. You see? And you are led as a flock to a slaughter, having no wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, not knowing what the fuck is going on around you, not knowing who your enemies are. You are led as a flock to the slaughter, man. You being set up for the kill, man. You see?
That's right.
Go ahead, bro.
I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt.
That's talking about right here in America, man. Talking about the spiritual Egypt, according to Revelation 11 and 8, man. You see, the Most High is about to take us from out of this place, man. You see, our suffering is about to come to an end, man. But 2/3, they want to continue on in oppression, man. Like it tell you in Isaiah 30. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 11. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm and smite Egypt with plagues as before.
So Yahweh Shai, your heavenly Father said he gonna smite, he gonna deliver us with a stretched out hand, which is talking about Yahweh Shai, man. You see, and then what he's going to do, he's going to smite Egypt with plagues as before, man. Letting you know it's not talking about ancient Egypt. It's talking about a new place. It's talking about spiritual Egypt, which is America, man. Go ahead, bro.
Egypt meaning bondage.
Yo. Probably read it.
All right. I'll just reread verse 11.
Come on.
But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof.
Look at that. And that's what we were just going into, man. The Most High is going to destroy this land. You see? They're letting you know it's not talking about ancient Egypt, because that's one of the #1 tourist attractions on the planet Earth right now, man. People going to visit them damn pyramids that we built. You see?
That's right.
See, so the Most High said he's going to smite Egypt with plagues as before, so those plagues that he sent upon Egypt, those are coming back, man. You see? And it's going to be even worse this time around, man. You see? Go ahead, bro.
Verse 12. Egypt shall...
It's like I was gonna say, yeah, because the only memorial that's gonna be is smoke, man.
God.
It ain't gonna be some big pyramids or nothing like that. Man.
Ain't nothing be left in this bitch.
The stone shall not be left upon another.
Yo.
Anyway, verse 12. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with plague and punishment that Yahweh shall bring upon it.
And that's why the Most High said in verse 5, he's going to send the sword, famine, death, and destruction for wickedness, having seen and polluted the whole earth, man. And all the wickedness that's going on the earth is being propagated by who? Esau, Edom, man. So this is the judgment that's coming upon this place. So you're going to be judged for what you have done unto the Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and propagating wickedness, man. After you said that the Bible was the law of the land, man. After you said that you believe in the Most High and His word. You see, this nigga Donald Trump got up to my, oh, we want to preserve the majesty of the Most High's creation. No, you don't, nigga. Then stop spraying chemtrails, man. Stop using plastic, man.
Stop detonating nukes underground, man.
You see? You Edomites are a bunch of fucking hypocrites, man. You're a bunch of liars, man. And you deserve destruction, man. And all you gents that believe in this damn devil, you deserve destruction right along with them, man. Go ahead, bro. Oh, my bad. You got it.
Revelation 18:4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, "Come out of her, my people."
And what does it mean, man? Come out of her, my people. Doesn't mean leave this place. No, man. It means come out of this place spiritually, man. Come out of this place mentally, man. Cut the ties from this place, man. Yeah, we got things we do in our daily lives, but that's not our end all be all, man. Because we know this place is gonna be destroyed, man, and everything in it is gonna be burned up with fervent heat, man. Go ahead, bro.
That ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues.
So come out of her, my people. Come out of this place spiritually and mentally, so you be not partakers of her sins. Meaning what? The way that this place is moving, man. The lifestyle that these people promote, man. You see, a lifestyle based on fucking pleasing the flesh, man. Which lets you do what the fuck you want to do. That YOLO, do as thou wilt lifestyle, man. You see? Come up out of this place spiritually and come back to your resting place, which is Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, man. You see, that's the only way you're going to receive protection from this destruction that's coming, because any other way you just have tried to do it has failed, man. And if you continue to try to do it in that way that has failed you, you're going to be destroyed, man.
Verse 5, 18:5, Revelation. For her sins have reached unto heaven,
For her sins have... Go ahead, bro.
and Yahweh hath remembered her iniquity.
Her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High have remembered her iniquities, man. Starting with what was done unto us in this place, man. How they got this land and stole it from Gad, from the so-called Hispanics and Native Americans, man. Then how they bought the so-called Negroes over here to serve free slave labor, man. The Most High here has remembered all that. Now He's about to cast judgment upon this planet Earth, beginning with you Edomites, man. You see, you're gonna receive it worse out of all people for what you have done unto the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. You have to pay, and that's what the scriptures say, man. You see, you will pay for what you've done unto the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Thus says the Bible, man.
That's
You
right.
see? Go ahead, bro. You got some more? You got some. You got some more?
We was on 12.
You got it, bro.
No, wait, we read 12. Some shall mourn.
13.
They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seeds shall fail.
That's talking about lack of food, man. Because when you go back a few months ago, last year, the farmlands was flooded, man. They couldn't plant the crop, so it's going to be a food shortage, which brings forth what? A famine. You see? This is what's about to happen on this planet Earth. Mainly here in spiritual Egypt, man. Talking about America. You see? These players are being sent out by Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. It's strategical, man. You see? It's strategical, man. The Most High, He ain't doing nothing out of order, man. You see? He ain't doing nothing for no reason. Everything He's doing is a strategic move to break this place down, man. You see? And it begins with what? The men of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua preaching His word, man. You got it.
This is Ecclesiastes 12:3. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble,
Talking about the keepers of the house, those keepers of the house are talking about those people on Wall Street, man. That keep the economy and shit, man. You see, this is what's coming because they seeing that the economy is crashing, man. The dollar is failing. You see, debt is climbing higher and higher, man. You see, unemployment rate is still high as hell. You see, food prices are going up. The Most High, hey, he tearing this shit down brick by brick, man. Go ahead, bro.
and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease.
Meaning what, man? The jobs are gonna be low. That's why you have this retail apocalypse. All these retail stores are closing, and that's cutting what? That's cutting jobs, man. Thousands upon thousands of jobs are being cut because these stores are closing down, man. Now people are what? Unemployed. They have no income coming in, which means they going to get what? Welfare and all that type of shit. But all those systems are gonna fail, man. America's done for, man. You see, and all you just putting hope in America, man. It's, hey, what did you say? Put your hand upon that broken reed, which one a man lean upon it shall go through their hand. That's what's about to happen to you, Jason. Put your trust in this place, man. Because everything in this place is finished, man. It's done for. You see? You see? Go ahead, bro.
Finishing off, it says, because they are few, and those that look out of their windows be darkened.
You see? This is going that.
That was good. I mean, I guess I keep going. Verse 4. And the doors shall be shut in the streets.
Meaning what? These fucking businesses shut the fuck up, man. They boarded up. You see? Go ahead, bro.
When the sound of the grinding is low,
When the sound of meaning the jobs are low, man. It's about to be soon cold. Ain't nobody gonna have a job in this bitch, man. You see? Ain't nobody about to have a job in this bitch soon come, man. Hey, America is done for, man. Just like ancient Rome, man. It's going out just like ancient Rome went out, man.
Trump is the modern day Nero.
Yup. Go ahead, bro.
going on, it says, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird,
Yep.
and all the daughters of music shall be brought low.
So you gonna rise up at the sound of the bird, thinking your ass about to go to work. Ain't gonna be no jobs, man. Ain't gonna be no work. And the daughters of music are gonna be brought low. Talking about what? The music that we hear today is trash, man. Shit is garbage. You see, all it does every year is get worse and worse and worse because America's on the way the fuck up out of here, man. You see? You got some more of that? That was good.
That was good.
You got it, bro.
Through the blasting, this is 2 Esdras 15 and partway through verse 13. Through the blasting and hail and with a fearful consolation,
Yep.
woe to the world and them that dwell therein.
Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, man. Meaning pain, agony, torment, anguish to them that dwell in the world, man, because you people are not prepared for what's about to happen, man. See, the men of the Lord, we have been getting our minds right and our spirits right with Yahweh Shem Yahushua in hopes of being stable in that time. That's why I tell you in Isaiah 33 and 6, what? Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of that time and strength of salvation. The fear of Yahweh by Shem Yahushua is his treasure, man. And that's what we've been building up, man. Our fear in the Most High, because we know, according to what's written, it's about to happen, man. You see? Go ahead, bro.
For the Lord for the sword and their destruction, Salakia, draweth nigh.
For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, man. Great judgment is about to be cast out by Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Hey, the example we got today, Kobe Bryant, dead.
You said toasted, man.
God.
And one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands.
So one people shall stand up to fight against another. Let's talk about race wars, man. With swords in their hands. Race wars is about to happen in America, man. Class wars is about to happen in America, man. You see, it's about to be straight up chaos and anarchy. Civil wars is about to happen in America, man. This is what's coming. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another.
Sedition among men, meaning what? You're going to be going up against your government, man. You see? You're going to have people fighting against the government. That shit that happened in,
Hong Kong.
not Hong Kong, yeah, but that shit happened in Hong Kong. That was sedition among the government. But I'm talking about here in America, that gun control shit, that's gonna lead to a war, man, because these damn Edomites is not gonna give up their guns, man.
West Virginia, right?
Yeah,
Well, it's happening all over the planet, especially with the Northern Kingdom of South America and Guatemala and whatnot.
You see? So
Uproars of the people.
So
man.
you at least thinking that you're gonna take these guns from these damn gun-toting, goddamn rooting and shooting, rooting and tooting this.
Yo, Sam Edomites.
God, you damn the rooting and tooting this, these damn rooting and tooting these Edomites. You think you about to do that shit? You got something. You sadly mistaken, man. Goddamn rooting this, tooting this, gun shooting this Edomites, man. You fucked up. They're not gonna give up their guns, man. And that shit is gonna lead to sedition among men. They're gonna come up against the government, man. Go ahead, bro.
They shall not regard their kings nor their princes.
There you go.
The course of their actions shall stand in their power.
These people ain't gonna give a damn about no damn police no mayors, no government, no government,
Trump,
no
no
damn,
president.
no damn, no president, no police force. They ain't gonna give a damn about nothing. The course of their action gonna stand in their own power, man. They gonna take the power into their hands, man. You see? And they're gonna be coming up and slaughtering you, elected officials. All that's about to happen here. When it says it's a time of trouble that has never been, that's what the Most High meant, man. And this is gonna be happening all throughout the earth, man. You see? And it's already beginning on a small scale. Go ahead, bro.
17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able.
What is that talking about, man? Martial law is coming, man. These roads are going to be shut down, man. You're not going to be able to travel to and fro as you do now, man. All this freely traveling up down I-25 and I-70, all that shit is going to be shut down, man. The troops are going to run through these streets, man. It's going to be curfews, man. You see? If you ain't in the house by a certain time, shoot and kill, man.
Oh, that's the spirit. Colony, you guys gotta watch. If you haven't seen Colony, I've only seen the first episode, but it's all about martial law.
That's what's
they got
coming,
curfews,
man. Yep.
And they're like, oh, they're running from what they call the Red Hats, where the UN soldiers.
Yep.
You know, they're hunting people down in that show.
Yep. That's what's coming, man. If you ain't in the house by a certain time, you breaking curfew, your ass gonna be put to death, man. You see, you gonna have these soldiers up and down these streets with all type of Humvees and tanks and shit. You see, this is what's coming, man. Go watch that movie, The Siege, man. You see? They locking shit down soon come, man. This is the trouble that's about to come to Babylon the Great, man. Go ahead, bro.
18. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled.
Because of your pride, the city shall be troubled. Because you people walk around in great pride, man. Want to talk about the Most High don't exist?
They have fag pride parades too. I was showing this brother, man.
That too. Everything is revolves around pride with you people, man. Want to say the Most High don't exist? Oh, all this happened because of Big Bang. Not giving the Most High his credit. You see? That's you people walking around in great pride, man. And for your pride, the cities are going to be trouble. And what's going to happen, bro?
The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid.
Yup.
A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor.
Meaning, oh, go ahead.
But shall destroy their houses with the sword.
You see? Why?
And spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation.
So just like you see that movie The Purge, man, that shit gonna be in real time, man. You gonna have Billy running up in your house, ramshacking your damn pantry, man. You see with the sword, man. You're gonna be going from house to house. You want a good example of that? Go watch The Walking Dead, man. The Road. You see The Purge. All them type of movies. That's Esau telling you what's about to happen in this bitch, man.
All the time.
You see? It's a great times is coming, man. We're here to let you know that this is coming, man, because it will happen. Because you go into number 23 and 19. The Most High is not a man that he should lie, neither the Son of Man that he should repent. Have he said and shall he not spoken, and shall he? Have he spoken and shall he not make it good? Everything he said he was going to do is going to happen, man. And it's going to be even
true.
It's faithful and true, man. That was 19.
That was 19.
That's enough, man. Yeah, that's all I had, man. So great trouble, great distress is coming upon this planet Earth, and you people are for it, man. And you're gonna be caught up in your sins, man.
So yeah, man, just like the brother said, we're at a day of translation, all right? The kingdom, this Esau's kingdom is being translated unto Yahweh Shai, man, and into the hands of the elect as well. So go ahead, brother, go ahead and start off there.
This is Zechariah 14, verse 7. But it shall be one day which shall be known to the Lord, not day nor night, but it shall come to pass that at evening time it shall be light. And it shall be in that day that living waters shall go out from Jerusalem, half of them toward the former sea and half of them toward the hinder sea.
And this living waters is supposed to represent wisdom, man. The knowledge of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai, man. All right, as it is written, he that believeth on me, as the scriptures say, out of his belly shall flow forth rivers of living water. Okay? So this knowledge is going to be spread. Ultimately, man, it's going to lead to the point where the world is going to be covered in these waters, man. Beginning with the nation of Israel. But this is only going to happen when order is reestablished on the planet Earth, when Israel is reestablished in their rulership, man. All right, go ahead up.
In summer and in winter shall it be, and the Lord shall be king over all the earth. In that day shall there be one Lord.
Hey, in that day shall be one Lord, man. You ain't going to be calling upon Donald Trump. You ain't going to be calling upon Buddha, upon Allah. everybody's gonna know the name of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, man. And that their chosen people are the Israelites, and that they're the kings of the earth, man. Go ahead, brother.
And his name won.
That's right, and his name won. So it's gonna be made known in that day. One of you brothers grab me Daniel 2 and
I got you.
I believe it's 48, but the thing's going on forever. Go ahead, brother.
Verse 10. All the land shall be turned as a plain from Geba to Ramon, south of Jerusalem, and it shall be lifted up and inhabited in her place for Benjamin's gate, unto the place of the first gate, unto the corner gate, and from the tower of Hanel unto the king's winepress.
Now this is describing the geography of the kingdom of heaven, man, which will be established here on earth. That's why I said that land will be uplifted. All right. Also spoken of in the last chapters that the prophet Ezekiel had brought out was also describing the same thing, man. Also written in the book of Revelation, the 21st chapter, describing you the foundation and the gates and the borders of the kingdom of heaven. Go ahead, even in the book of Obadiah, man. All right. Go ahead, bro.
And men shall dwell in it, and there shall be no more utter destruction, but Jerusalem shall be safely inhabited.
Men shall dwell in it, man. All right, so that's showing you that this land that's going to be uplifted on the planet, it's going to be inhabited by people, man. All right, by the nation of Israel. Okay. Go ahead, brother.
And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem.
Go ahead and hold it there. So in order for all that to happen, man, like the brother said, we're gonna have to go through Jacob's trouble, man. We're gonna have to go through martial law. It's really gonna be tested whether or not you're about the Most High or not, man. All right, whether or not you were just out here to wear fringes, or you're really willing to die for the throne of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, man. All right. One of you brothers grab me. Oh yeah. We'll pull this out first.
This is Revelation 21:3. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of Yahweh is with men.
Right, the tabernacle is with men, man. All right, go ahead.
And he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and Yahweh himself shall be with them.
So the tabernacle is made up of bodies of men. Okay, it's not a physical place, but they're going to be within this land that's going to be elevated, man. All right, that's going to be uplifted. Because right now, what was the brother saying? He was talking about these lands are going to be destroyed in their pride. Some of the biggest gay pride parades are going on in Israel today, man. So it's got to be cleansed. It's got to be cleansed and then uplifted. You see, the whole earth is defiled, man. I guarantee you, right here where we're standing, man, there was Gadites being ripped apart by Esau, man. You probably had Gadite women getting raped by Edomites, man. And that's why this monument's here, man. Go ahead, Ak.
And they're still raping our women spiritually, you know, and physically. But I'm saying spiritually also.
Yeah, we done.
I'm halfway through 12. Their flesh shall consume away.
Go ahead and hold that right there, brother.
I wanted to
finish off what you put up?
Yeah, that was just 21.
I wanted to make a point about that. The Most High is going to be he dwells with the tabernacle of men, because that's going to happen after we're put up under that second covenant, man. After we have those laws, statutes, commandments put in our minds, we're going to be made perfect, and we're going to be completely tied back into the Most High. Because right now, it ain't fully established yet. We waiting for Yahweh Shai to come back and put us up under that second covenant. Then the Most High is going to dwell in us, man. And we're going to be those mobile tabernacles forever and ever and ever, man. That's what that's the Most High way, dwelling with men.
And Yahweh Shai was the cornerstone, and we are all representing stones of that tabernacle.
This is Daniel 2:44. And in the days of these kings,
right? In the days of these kings, all these different ions, these different rulerships to hit the planet. Go ahead.
The power of heaven,
being the heavenly Father.
Shall the power of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people.
And that's what you're seeing, man. Before your eyes, you're seeing that kingdom be constructed, man, being orchestrated. All right, because while you're having the downfall of Esau's kingdom, you're also having the rise of the nation of Israel, man. And like the brother had mentioned, you know, this hasn't been brought to its full compass yet, man, because we're still we're still corruptible, man.
Yup.
We still haven't inherited our new bodies.
They got pains
Okay.
in our bodies, feet hurt.
Yep.
backs
We
fucked
still got
up.
those fleshly urges, man.
Yup.
The spirits still flee from time to time on brothers.
Yep.
You know?
Daniel 2:44, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people,
Yo,
but it shall.
ain't nobody else is taking part of it. What did it say? The kingdom, the tabernacle is with
That's why it says.
with the which is representing the Israelites, man.
That's why it says that nothing that shall make an abomination or a lie shall enter into the kingdom. Meaning what? You heathen nations are not going to have any rulership in our kingdom. You're not going to have no say so, man. It's whatever we say it goes, or your ass going to be put to death, man. You know. Daniel chapter 2:44, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms,
Yup.
and it shall stand forever.
All these nations are going to fall in order, man. They're all going to fall in order underneath the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American who will no longer go by those names, man.
Nope.
Who will be going by the names of the 12 tribes of Israel.
Yup. Our
Right?
respective
Go ahead,
tribes.
grab me Revelation 2 and
Oh,
24.
like, how about Shimei Shah? You know, hey, all them proverbs and bywords, all them curses, man, that Deuteronomy 15 on down, Deuteronomy 28:15 on down to 68, man, all that shit's gonna be done away with out of the nation of Israel, man.
But first, our chastisement has to come to
we have to fulfill our
completion, man.
chastisement, man. Yup.
Now, when you're in rulership, bywords don't matter. You can call Edomite or honky, they just smile.
Yep. Go ahead, bro.
Revelation 2:25. But that which ye have already hold fast till I come.
You need to hold fast to what you have, man. You've been called. Now we're striving to the point of being chosen. Go ahead. Because
And
you're
he-
going to get hit with affliction, man. As it is, as Yahweh Shai said, man, he that is received by everybody, woe unto him. Because the kingdom ain't for him, man. If you're being received by the world, then you're going off, man. You should be being hated for this truth because you should be preaching a message, the message, all right, that goes contrary unto this world, man. That tells you that this place is over, man.
I can bring that precept for you. Just let back on.
Go ahead.
This is 2 Timothy 3:12. Yea, and all that will live godly in Hamashiach Yahushua shall suffer persecution. So you have to catch up, man, because Yahushua told us what? The servant is not greater than his master. So if you thinking that you're going to just stroll your ass up into the kingdom and kick your feet back after Yahushua then went through all that hell he went through, you sadly mistaken, man. You delusional, man. You see? Yahushua caught straight hell, man, before he inherited the kingdom. And that's what we're going to have to go through, too. If you thinking any other way, hey, this ain't for you, man.
You can't serve two masters, you know. You can't be part of the world and part of this truth. You know.
Go ahead and start at verse.
Like, as soon as you start talking about being in the flesh, my damn back start getting tight as shit.
Verse 20.
This is St. Luke 6:24. But woe unto you that are rich, for ye have received your consolation.
Right, you see these elites, man, they're receiving their consolation right now. Esau is receiving their consolation. Kobe Bryant received his consolation,
Now
man.
he dead.
Go ahead, brother. And we're about to hear the lot of all of them, man.
Verse 25. Woe unto you that are full,
God,
for
meaning
ye
death,
shall
man.
hunger.
Woe meaning death and destruction, man. Woe to you that are full, for ye shall hunger, man. Go ahead out.
Woe unto you that laugh now, for you shall mourn and weep.
The time of mourning and weeping is coming, man. So if you're in the spirit of laughter, then you're in the wrong season, man.
We in that time now. It's a time for mourning for us because we're still in captivity. But that mourning is about to come to an end, man.
Yep. And that's why he's saying you that laugh now, because those who are mourning right now, guess what, man? They're going to be uplifted.
What does it say? The last shall be first and the first shall be last.
Yep.
Yup.
Go ahead, bro.
Verse 26. Woe unto you when all men shall speak well of you,
Yep.
for so did their fathers to the false prophets.
Yeah, to the false prophets, they were giving them the same glory. Oh man, this guy does this and that. This guy, Joel Osteen. Yep. Yeah, if everybody's speaking well of you, man, then you're
You ain't doing the right thing.
Yep, you ain't doing the
You
right
ain't
thing,
offending
man.
nobody because the true word of Yahweh Shemashah doesn't offend people.
Yep, it brings offense. Yep. And that's why Yahweh Shai would always stir up riots, man. That's why there was so many
Apostle
times.
Paul, when there was what was it at? They had to go into that theater. It was fighting and shit.
Yep. Yep.
You know, that's what the word do.
Yeah, or like on a Legion, man. You see people get it misconstrued. On Legion, you had the who was supposed to be Michael the Archangel get up and started telling him the Most High is pissed off and he's gonna come and kill you. And you had the Jake The Jake got him. I don't know what book you're reading, but it's not the book of God. And guess what, man? I'm pretty sure that dude died too, man.
Yeah, he got his.
That's good on that. Go ahead and jump back to Zechariah. Zechariah 14.
Yeah, man. This the time we're coming into, man. Great judgment is coming forth, and the salvation of the remnant of Israel is about to happen, man.
Yep. See, they go hand in hand, man. You see,
That balance.
Oh yeah, I'm halfway
Yep.
through.
And that's both the bitter and the sweet, man. You know, you can't just concentrate on the kingdom of heaven and think it's all peaches and cream, because you're gonna have to go through Jacob's trouble. But you can't just concentrate on Jacob's trouble, because you're gonna end up destroying your damn self, man. Right? You got to take in some sweet too.
To know why you should endure that affliction, because it's not forever, man. It's temporary.
I mean, look at
There's only so many wounds you can take before you heal yourself up, man.
What is that saying? It's always darkest before the dawn. So we got to go through this to get to that dawn, which is the kingdom of heaven, man. You know?
And see, man, we think this right here is living, or this is technology, or this is the height. It's 2020. This is the height of technology right now, man. This ain't gonna be shit compared to the kingdom, man.
Say shit.
This is old news. The kingdom.
All these
Prehistoric Stone Age dinosaur
all these
shit,
damn
man.
devices is killing us anyway. All this radiation coming off this thing.
Yeah.
Giving people cancer and shit. Yeah, go ahead, read on.
I'm halfway through verse 12, Zechariah chapter 14. Their flesh shall consume.
Start again.
Beginning of 12, and this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem.
Right, that have fought against you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. These people that have fought against you, go ahead.
Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet.
That's right, man. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand on their feet. What this is the nuclear ICBM, man. It's not no coincidence that Russia created the next missile calling it Satan.
They got Satan 1 and Satan 2,
Yeah,
man.
Satan 1 and 2, man. That ain't no coincidence, man. It's coming here to destroy, man. It's coming here to get you. Go ahead, bro. Come on.
This is Isaiah 13 and 8. And they shall be afraid, pains and sorrows shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. They shall be amazed one at another. Their faces shall be as flames.
Yep. Because Esau is gonna fall, man. And that's something that even Esau can't see. Okay? Even a lot of these Jakes can't even see it, man. But you elites of this world, man, and you top nation being Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, you're going to be wiped off the face of the earth, man.
That's right.
Go ahead.
And their eyes shall consume away in their holes.
That's right. Their eyes shall consume away from their holes for all the atrocities that you've done to the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American on the planet Earth, man.
That's right.
Go ahead.
And their tongue shall consume away in their mouth.
What else would this be, man? If this wasn't a nuclear missile, then what was it that Zechariah the prophet had seen?
Y'all need to watch Terminator again.
Exactly.
Sarah Connor's ass.
That's a good
Holding that
illustration.
fence, man.
Yep.
Looking up.
That's a good illustration. Terminator 2, man. Terminator 2 Judgment Day.
Con.
That's the name of that fucking
Con,
movie.
that
too.
is the name.
Terminator
That is the
2
name.
Judgment Day, man. Go watch it. See your future.
Reading on. And it shall come to pass in that day that a great tumult from the Lord shall be among them, and they shall lay hold every one on the hand of his neighbor, and his hand shall rise up against the hand of his neighbor.
Yeah, what's that sound like, man? That's exactly what we just read out of 2 Esdras, man. Sedition among men, invading of one another's houses, man. Your neighbor that was so cool as you, his true, especially if he's an Edomite, man, his true colors are gonna show.
Hey, it's gonna be dog eat dog out here soon come, man. Hey, they don't give a fuck about it. They gonna be holding your damn children hostage.
That's why you
All
gotta
type of shit, man.
you gotta use wisdom, man.
That's
You
why
don't
it says
be
beware of
bringing
the
your
Edomites,
neighbor
man.
into your house and showing him all your stuff.
That's what the scriptures say. Allow not every man into your house, man.
Nope. Because that Esau does that, man. They'll let you in there. Oh man, look at this gun. Oh, I just got this. I got this one, showing you everything they got. And guess what? Now when Jacob's trouble hits, man,
They know they done took
all
inventory
those
of your
people
shit.
that showed it to him are gonna go raid in their house.
They took inventory of your shit. I remember when he told me this. He got all this food stored up. Let's go get his ass. That's what's about to happen, man.
He was watching your woman come out and water the lawn every morning, man. And now that Jacob's trouble hits, martial law, he's gonna go take it, man.
The men of the Lord, we're not going to put our faith in the journey. We're going to have our stability. It's going to be the truth. Right
Because
here
the
with
thing
these
is,
words,
man, all the way you see society running now, they governed by laws. All that shit about to be done away with. There ain't gonna be no damn law here. ain't gonna like they can tell you in second Edge 15. They not gonna be listening to no damn police force. They don't care about no damn murder, nothing. All that shit gonna be happening here in America.
Everybody gonna be clicked up like race wars, man. Like what you seen Jake do since you had him here, man. The Judites, man. They're gonna have to pull together resources and gang warfare, man. It's gonna happen.
But the first step, man, Esau's gonna have the first advantage over you, Jake's,
Because he's blessed with the sword.
Yo, and what does Esau do, man? I bet, especially here in Castle Rock, man, I bet these little ass kids know how to shoot. Know how to shoot better
Hey, shit, they qualify expert in the
Why
army.
is
Bet
that
you
though?
money.
Why is that? It's because that's Esau's blessing, man. Because I can tell you right now, before I went to the military, I couldn't shoot for shit.
Me too.
Esau trained me how to shoot. And hey,
Now it's on. But, I mean,
you know what I'm saying? So that's Esau's blessing, man. Esau, it's hard to teach somebody how to shoot a gun.
but it's easy for Edomites, man.
Yeah, bro. He teach your ass to shoot that shit like, that was like his second nature, man. That's these devil's blessings, man. That's what they train in. That's why you see like little 4-year-old girls out here fucking pulling all type of fucking combat reloads and all type of shit, man.
Yep. And that's what's coming to you, Jake. Yep. Especially after they pushed you out of the hood, man. You're living amongst them now.
Yep. Thinking that you made it.
They got tabs on you, man.
Thinking that you made it.
And like
though,
this brother said, you gotta be aware of them, man.
Yup.
You gotta be
Trust
aware,
not thy
man.
enemy,
Yep,
man.
I was about to say
And
that.
the thing is, how you gonna know not to trust your enemy if you don't know who your enemy is?
That's right, man.
You know?
Well,
Will in that
if
day,
you don't know
but
the name of your power, you're lost anyway, man.
2/3 is fuck.
Verse
Your
14.
little Edomite friend Ben, man, you're gonna learn real quick that he wasn't your friend.
Yup.
Ben is not a friend. Hey, this is Zechariah 14 and verse 14. And Judah also shall fight at Jerusalem, and the wealth of all the heathen
Now, what's this
round
sound like, man?
about shall be gathered together.
Yep, all the heathen round about shall be gathered together, man. This is the Valley of Yahweh Shaphat, man. The World War III Armageddon, man.
Most High's judgment,
Yep.
man.
Go ahead. You find this throughout Ezekiel 38 and 39. You find this throughout the book of Revelation, man. Throughout the book, man. Go ahead.
Joel 3.
Joel 3. Con.
Then round about shall be gathered together gold and silver and apparel in great abundance.
That's right. What are they gonna do with that gold and silver?
And so shall be the plague of the horse, of the mule, of the camel, and of the ass, and all the beasts that shall be in these tents as this plague. And it shall come to pass that every one that is left of all the nations which come against Jerusalem shall even go up from year to year to worship the King, the Lord of hosts, and to keep the feast of tabernacles.
That's right, man. We're
That's what we talking about in the car. You like to keep our customs.
Yep, we're gonna establish our customs, man. Hey, isn't that a full circle, man? The brother started out by showing you how Esau made us take his customs. Now we're gonna give him our customs.
Meaning
man.
what? They're gonna speak our language and everything.
Yep. And what is he gonna do? They're gonna gather their silver, their gold, their animals. They're gonna give us all their riches, man.
I got it for you.
All right.
This is Isaiah 60. Oh, my bad. Isaiah 60 and 10. And the son, Isaiah 60 and 10. And the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls, and their kings shall minister unto thee.
So it ain't gonna be our sons that are building up the walls,
I can't think. I shouldn't be doing shit.
and they're gonna what?
Shall build up thy walls, and their kings shall minister unto thee.
And their kings shall minister to us. Man.
Yep.
So their kings are going to be put at a lower place than the lowest Israelite.
gonna
So
tell
than your golden park bench Israelite, their king's going to be lower than that.
The coolest of these rappers is going to be above you top Edomites.
When you go into our word minister, it means to serve, man. You heathens are going to serve us, man. For in my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor have I had mercy on thee. Therefore thy gate shall be open continually.
Yep. So you see that, man? Both the bitter with the sweet again.
Yep.
In my wrath I smote thee. For what? For chastisement
For
is we
going
read,
off
not for the
disobedient.
destruction.
Being disobedient. Yep.
But yet in his favor he showed us what?
Mercy, man. And what is that? Us having this truth, being able to preach the word, man. That's a mercy from the Most High.
Hey, just like the brother said earlier, man. Yahweh Shai said, "Out of these rocks I could bring forth Israelites."
Yep.
He could have chose any nation. He could have chosen an inanimate object and been like, you know what? Let's create Israelites out of this rock right here.
This whole story could be
and guess what?
opposite.
What are we not? Now we actually are Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. That's your name now. So it's a mercy for us to even be here and know this truth, man.
Yep. Isaiah 60 and 11. Therefore thy gate shall be open continually. They shall not be shut day nor night, that men may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles and that their kings may be brought. And when you go to that word forces of the Gentile, or forces, it's talking about the wealth of the Gentiles, just like we're reading right here. And what, Zechariah 14. You see? Hey, it's all over the scriptures, man. You just have to have the Holy Spirit to understand.
Yep.
Man.
And how right now in Esau's kingdom, man, how does somebody act? You get a top Edomite that's going to go visit the Queen of England. How are they going to act, man? They're going to clean themselves up, shave themselves up, make them look as well as they can, man. They're going to be grooming their children, these heathens. They're going to be grooming their children to try to find favor in our sight in the slightest way, man. Hoping that when they're coming to present us with their gifts, that one of them might be took. Oh, you know, I want you as a concubine. I want you as this or that.
Yup.
How much gold can we give them to get them off our backs?
The thing is,
let's give them all our gold. They might not fuck with us.
Nah, I ain't gonna win. Hell no.
That's how it's gonna be.
But the thing is, when you go back to that ancient
You're
East,
gonna still be getting asked.
when you go back to that ancient Eastern way of thinking, man, you have to understand that women are property, man. Women are of value because they are property. And these nations are going to bring their wealth unto us, which means they're women. They're going to bring their best women unto us, the best fabrics, the best food that they have, the best incense, livestock, the best of the best is going to be brought to the Israelites, man. That's everything they own, man. You see those fucking oils that we have no idea about that they having. You see all those precious jewels and stones, the gold, everything, man. Everything's going to be brought to us because it belongs to us anyway, man. You know, this is our plan. The Most High made the world for our sakes, man. And that includes you damn heathen nations. But get it with you Edomites. The elder shall serve the younger, nigga.
Go ahead,
This is Zechariah 14 and 15. And so shall be the plague of the horse, of the mule, of the camel. Oh, we already read that. 16, Salakia. And it shall come to pass that every one that is left of the nation shall come against Jerusalem, shall even go up for a year to worship the King, the Lord of hosts, and keep the great feast of tabernacles. And it shall be that whosoever will not come up.
Too. That is the Feast of Tabernacles, because what was the Feast of Tabernacles? That was us coming out of Israel, man. Being sojourners, you know, all the way led to a point where we're finally at home, and still the Feast of Tabernacles is now being kept not only by us but by the entire world, man.
It's gonna be a great celebration.
And that's beautiful, man. That's like, what is that, a week or 2 weeks?
It's a week, I think.
I think it is just
7 days.
It's just
Yeah,
7 days.
Like the Passover.
Yeah, it's a week-long celebration. But can you imagine how much fun that would be, man? Everything's locked down. It ain't like over here where it's, you know, a particular day and people could not take it or whatever.
Well, they don't have no choice though. They gonna have to.
I got a precept for you, just to land back on what you just said. Isaiah 60 and 12, for the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish. Yea, those nations shall be utterly wasted. And it tells you, if you don't come to serve or come up with to the Feast of Tabernacles, you're going to receive judgment, man.
Balance.
You see?
They were trying to kill us for keeping the laws. Now we're going to deal with them.
My Greek god said that I wasn't allowed to take part in the Feast of Tabernacles.
No, no rain. Oh, my bad.
I got a quick set.
Here's your head. If that's the case.
I got a quick set. Psalms 2 and 8. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance.
That's right.
And the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession.
The whole earth belongs unto us, man.
Well,
Again,
we never
it
got to
belongs
that
to
till,
Yahweh Shai.
Revelation 11.
It belongs to Yahweh Shai first and foremost, but hey, we continue to endure with him, man. We continue to go through this suffering and walk this straight gate. You know what I'm saying? The Most High said he was gonna make us co-heirs with Yahweh Shai, man. And that's something to fight for, man, because we ain't got shit over here, man. We ain't never had nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's something to look forward and fight for, man. You know? It's worth it, man.
Or you could give your whole life over to something like basketball, be like Kobe, and then die, man.
And a helicopter crash, crispy.
Have hundreds of millions,
That's
but
the
guess what? Hey, a lot of those
one of
millions.
his daughters-
Hey, your wife gonna find a new nigga, and she gonna spend your money up.
And
That's what you have to look forward to in Babylon.
That just shows you,
That's
man.
exactly right.
That just shows
Don't
you.
want to speak too ill of the dead, but I mean, damn.
Yeah.
Fuck Babylon, man.
That's how it
Fuck
is, man.
Babylon, bro.
But the thing is, that shows you that that money that you have, it can't save you, man. You see? All that money that nigga had, he dead now, man.
And his daughter too. His daughter was one of his daughters.
And you gotta think about it. He died in the crash. As
He
soon
was
as that
taking
shit
her
was
to
going
basketball
down,
practice.
And
the last thing he thought about was
that's why he
money.
died in a helicopter. Nigga, just drive, bro.
Yeah.
What kind of shit? Hey, that was.
Well,
hey,
yeah,
that's
you could
judgment
drive
from
from
the Most High.
Calabasas to LA. I'm from Cali. You could drive in the same day. It's not a long drive, but he was trying to be a god,
Thousand
man.
Oaks to
Trying to pull up to a
Calabasas,
mansion
that far?
in a chopper, man.
How far is that? 1,000 Oaks in Calabasas.
think that's what
It's maybe like an hour or two, but it's still in
See?
Southern California, bro.
Lost
There was no need to
daughter.
fly. It's not like he went
That'd
from,
be like us flying
from
to
the Bay
Canada.
Area to LA. You gotta fly.
Yeah, like
You
us
gotta
flying to
fly. It's a
flying
whole
to
day
Castle
drive.
Rock today.
Yeah, that's stupid.
That's why his ass dead now.
God.
Go ahead, grab that real quick.
This is Revelation 2:26. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end,
Until when?
unto the end,
Okay, until the end. Go ahead.
to him will I give power over the nations, meaning over the heathen.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
And he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessels of a potter shall they be broken
What they say,
to
man?
shivers.
They're going to be destroyed, man. They don't come in and be subject unto us, and they're going to be broken down, man, into shivers. Go ahead.
Even as I received of my Father. Verse 28. And I will give him the morning star. 29.
That's good. That's good.
That's
brother.
Never got time for that shit. That lets you know who kingdom we in, because in the kingdom of heaven we're gonna be flossing like that too. But we ain't gonna be driving on the ground. We're gonna have fleets of chariots in the sky.
And you're gonna have a heathen nation sitting outside of the gates of Israel, man, watching from far. Oh man, look, it's the chariots are going by.
We had a conversation because the heathen ain't gonna be able to ride in the chariots.
No.
So we came up with
This ain't
intergalactic
no Wakanda, man. You saw
galactic
it gonna be
space slave ships.
God.
The
Yeah,
first
and
one
our-
gonna be
and
called
our
the good ship
chariots-
Yahushai, man.
Our chariots ain't gonna crash like Kobe's helicopter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, man.
Go ahead, brother.
This is verse 17. And it shall be that whosoever will not come up of all the families of the earth unto Jerusalem to worship the King, the Lord of hosts, even upon them shall be no rain.
On them should be no rain. So these nations are going to have to get chastised too, man. They're going to have to get broken down and built up as proper inhabitants of our kingdom, man. All right, just like they reprogrammed us to kiss the so-called white man's ass, we're gonna reprogram the entire world to follow us, man. Which in turn is gonna be following Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man.
That's what that rod of iron is for, to beat them into subjection and to indoctrinate them in the way of the Israelites, man. You see, because all this wickedness shit that's going on, that shit is gonna have to be beat out of them, man. Like they beat our heritage out of us, we're gonna have to beat their wicked ways out of them, man.
You can't just go pick up a Moabite that was taught it was okay to eat and have sex with dogs and take him to the kingdom and say you're free.
I just seen a Moabite.
That's why the Most High gotta help the Israelites too, man. That's why he gonna cause a famine, not make it rain if you even try.
I just seen a video about a Moabite bitch eating a fucking bat.
Oh yeah, that's what they say caused that
I hate seeing
coronavirus.
Eating a fucking,
You know?
and when you go to that movie Contagion, that's what started that shit. A bat was eating a banana, and the pig ate the banana, and the woman was fucking with the pig, and that started a fucking virus that we could not stop, bro.
God.
That just shows
All from doing abominable acts, man.
Yep. Because she went to go.
That's why these heathens need leadership, man. Because without leadership, they're going to destroy themselves, man.
Yep. Look at the world as it is now, man. Yep.
18 and
See, and the earth is rejecting Esau, man. Because if it wasn't, then these coronaviruses and all this stuff wouldn't be stirring up, man. Go ahead, bro.
And if the family of Egypt go not up and come not, they have no rain. There shall be the plague wherewith the Lord.
You're good, brother. If Ham ain't trying to come and bend his knee at Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man, then Ham's gonna get destroyed, man.
No rain on Egypt.
Yep. Go ahead.
Wherewith the Lord will smite the heathen.
Now is Ham gonna have any allies? He can say, you know what? Let's call Moab.
Hell no.
Call Moab up.
Ain't gonna be none of that fucking getting together trying to come up against Israel. All that Psalms 82 shit is done with. You know what I'm saying? Ain't gonna be no more being confederate against us, man.
God.
Cause we gonna know everything, man. We gonna
And they're gonna have the fear of Yahweh in them.
Yep.
Because of the memorial, they're gonna remember too. Not only are the Israelites, but the heathen are gonna remember.
That's the reason for America going out with great violence, so that the heathen can see that and know that that's our power. Hey man, let's not fuck with this. Let's do what they say. You know, and it's gonna take Esau. He gonna have to be beat to death. He gonna have to be eradicated. He ain't never gonna
He always
After
gonna
1,000
try to get
years,
insurrect.
He ain't never gonna
You'll
lie,
have
man.
one day in the kingdom.
Yep.
You know.
The Lord will smite the heathen that come not up to keep the Feast of Tabernacles. This shall be the punishment of Egypt and the punishment of all nations that come not up to keep the Feast of Tabernacles. You
want an equality, man, this is as close as you're gonna get.
Doing what the fuck we take.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it. Ain't no other way.
In that day shall there be upon the bells of the horses holiness unto the Lord, and the pots in the Lord's house shall be like the bowls before the altar. Yeah, every pot in Jerusalem and in Judea shall be holiness unto the Lord of hosts, and all they that sacrifice shall come and take of them, and seeth therein, and in that day there shall be no more the Canaanite in the house of the Lord of hosts.
Nope, no more the Canaanite, man, the Hamite in the house of the Lord of hosts.
We're not gonna end a nigga with you motherfuckers.
God.
Well, what did it say? The tabernacle is with men. You know, those that are without. What brother's
I got
that scripture?
But yeah, ain't gonna be no more fights over the Holy Land, man. It's not gonna be the land brought back from the sword anymore, man. We getting our land back, man.
But in order to come with it, man, well, it has to be Jacob's trouble, man. It has to be Esau being overthrown. There ain't gonna be no walk in the park, man. In order to obtain anything, even in this world, you have to strive for it, man. Look at Kobe Bryant, man. He fought for that crown, and guess what? He got stripped from him.
All them damn championships.
Championship. No, it was a corruptible crown, man. But you see, we're striving for that incorruptible crown. How much further should you be pushing, man? Giving yourself over unto Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man, fully and utterly.
All the I kept going in.
You gotta finish. You gotta finish the campaign in order to unlock all the cool gifts in the video game. So how much more the Lord, man? You gotta go through the campaign, and then you get to be OP, man.
Yep. So I got
or to be called a Marine
or whoever.
You have to go through, or whatever. You have to go through the proper training, man. You have to go through the hell that comes along with it, man.
Some type of preparation.
They even have a ceremony when you become a grunt, man.
Some type of ceremony has. some type of preparation has to be put into being great, man. And this is our preparation right here to be the next rulers of the planet Earth, man. So this is Revelation 11:1. And there was given me a reed like unto a rod, and the angel stood saying, Rise and measure the temple of the Most High, and the altar, and them that worship therein. Verse 2, But the court which is without the temple leave out, and measure it not, for it is given unto the Gentiles, and the holy city shall they tread underfoot 42 months.
See, so the Gentiles we're given the other side, man. We were given the tabernacle, and the Gentiles were put out, man.
Oh shit! You know what that is? Us being the tabernacle, but they can't come in. They can come in the court.
They can't be an Israelite.
They can't be. They can't be. They can't come inside the temple, man, because the temple is not for them. You know.
But yet they're gonna be allowed. Our gates are gonna, what it say? Our gates are gonna be left open, man. So they're gonna be allowed to come and give them their goods and to serve us.
It don't mean that they can't come in the kingdom, but they will not be partakers in the blessings of the kingdom, man. Because they don't always be bringing their shit unto us.
And that's why the gate's gonna be open. It's a power move by the Most High. Because what did every other nation do? They closed the gates, man. You know what I'm saying? They lived in fear, man. But we have the Most High, so them gates gonna be open 24/7, man.
I did a video.
365. Couldn't get it, man.
I did a video. Hey, man, we're gonna be able to sleep with our doors open in the kingdom. Not worry about nothing.
Probably ain't even gonna have doors.
Car. They have. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
It says your kids will be able to play next to the.
They'll be playing wrestling bears and shit, man. Yeah, they gonna wrestle bears and lions and shit, man.
Daniel chapter 2. This is Daniel 2:44. And in the days of these kings shall the power of heaven set up a kingdom, which shall not be destroyed, which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever.
Yes, there you have it, man. The everlasting kingdom, and that's why the earth is in so much chaos and calamity. Is because it's rejecting the rulers that are at be, man. Because they're not the natural rulers. They weren't created to reign. They were created to destroy, man. And that's why you see so much death, destruction, and calamities, man. But with that being said, man, the kingdom of heaven is at hand. And you see it day by day, man, as these prophecies unfold. All right, so brother, if you want to go ahead and close it up.
All right, with that, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh.
Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Rakah Kwadash.
We want to give double honors to the elders of Great Millstone, who are the elders of all Israel and do rule well. We want to give a sincere honors and shalom to you, Akim, out there presenting your bodies as a living sacrifice and doing this work in whole truth and sincerity, man.
Yo.
And to you scattered abroad, who are like the speckled bird prophecy, who look like the heathen nations but come back to our nation, the nation of Israel, shalom.
Shalom.
And Ababa Ball.
Ababa Ball.
Ababa Ball.
Ababa Ball.
Ababa Ball.
Ababa Ball.
Shalom.
Shalom.
That's the truth is crazy, man. I ain't talked to my uncle in like almost 2 years now.
Oh man,
And he's like,